Oh, someone says you're muted. People say you're muted.
How about now? Oh, there we go. All right, now I'm getting levels. It was the damn microphone. I don't know, my USB on my microphone's being a little, it's being a potato. It's jacking up on me. All right, we'll start this over. V Dog, what's going on? Forest Bob's almost too low. Dave Flowers, going to Al Ben. James Rivera, what's up, James? Forrest, what's up, Forrest? Let's find say hi to you. Let's see, Hobag, what's going on, Hobag? Yeah, well, it wasn't tech issues. Yeah, well, those were tech issues. Yeah. Lewis N, what's going on? I see Disco Potato hanging out in the chat. What's going on, Steph? Net Reality, what's going on, Graham? Raven Shadow, Brenino Serra, what's going on? Jeff Lawson, hey, Jeff Lawson. Let's see. VSO, what's going on? Swaggy Shane, what's up, brother? Diskin and Mixin, what's up? Cloud King Cody, what's going on? Fidalgo, what's up, Fiddy? Yeah, listen, while I was muted and trying to talk to you guys. Oh, yeah, Ross, hey, what's up, Ross? KVK, what's going on, Clayton? My daughter had my older daughter. Her birthday is on Tuesday. Her husband was having a little get together for her this evening, so we were hanging out over there, and it ran a little longer than we wanted to. But well, I shouldn't say we were able to escape when we could, but had to make
Yeah.
didn't want to just pop in, eat a burger, eat some cake, and say later bitches, but we did what we could. They're still partying over there, but it's all the young people, so they can hang out and they can do it. Jerry Lawrence, what's going on, Jerry? I see Mick in the chat. He's only here for you, Steph.
I know.
Not surprised. So as you can see, well, let's see. Tam and Zippy and Bill, they all have the link. We'll see. I mean, Tam, she may have crashed and burned on me, but if that's the case, that's all right. We love Tam anyway. And same with Zip. James Capozzi, what's going on? So, Steph, should I call you Steph or
Sure.
yeah,
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
yeah. I prefer names. I mean, I see handles. We all got handles, and I mean, well, let me start off with that. Where did Disco Potato come? I mean, it's a cool one. I like that, but where did it come from?
It's so funny because people ask me all the time. They're like, "Oh, what turbo do you have in your car?" Because apparently, Disco Potato is a type of turbo that you can put into any vehicle and like up the performance of your
Really?
car.
Now,
Yeah,
I'm a car guy and didn't know that, but then I don't get into like the Fast and Furious type cars because that sounds like something definitely be something that would go into like a an '89 Celica or something.
right. But no, honestly, I my other passion is collecting vinyl, and I'm really big into music. So
Nice.
I just like the disco genre, and
Yeah.
I find it funny because like um I've kind of lost weight since then, but like I used to be a little bit bigger, and I always just kind of visioned myself as a dancing potato, and the rest is the rest is history. But it's just cracks me up because all the time, like I'll see people in chat and stuff, and they're just like, "Oh, what kind of turbo do you have? What kind of car do you have?" And I'm like, "I drive a Jeep."
Nothing wrong with Jeeps. You live in Ohio and you have something that was probably built in Ohio. So if you have a Wrangler, yeah.
No, it's a Renegade, but it's four-wheel drive,
Oh,
and
Renegade's built in Ohio
that's what
too. So
counts.
yeah,
Is it?
yeah.
Nice.
Oh
I
no,
actually
no
didn't know
Renegade.
that.
I'm thinking Gladiator. Renegade. No, Renegades are actually built in Italy.
Yeah, I was gonna say because they're the Fiat collaboration,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. I've hauled plenty of them out of the port in Jacksonville and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, I heard the two-wheel drives aren't so great, but my
no.
four-wheel drives, I love it.
Oh
Like
yeah,
it's,
that's a nice, reasonably priced vehicle
I'll say it
because
does the
they're
trick.
like what low 20s and with 4-wheel drive. I mean, you can't beat that. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I went with the little more bells and whistles
yeah.
because I'm a freeze baby and I had to have the heated seats.
Oh, hey, I don't blame you.
Especially right now. It is freezing here. We had like 2.5 feet of snow like on my
I
front lawn
saw
for the
that, and
past like
I
four
saw I
days.
saw something on TV. Geraldo Rivera, I guess, lives in Cleveland now,
Yeah.
and I was because I was in the shop for that's why I was kind of running late, like the second half of the week. I ended up basically I've been trying to play catch up because I haul cars for a living, and I had to take my truck to a Peterbilt dealer outside of Atlanta because I needed this one filter that only gets cleaned like every 200,000 miles.
Uh-huh.
Well, it was due to be cleaned, and none of the dealers in the Carolinas wanted to deal with it. They're like, oh, it'll be 4 or 5 days, and the truck's gonna be down, and blah blah blah. Well, there's a Peterbilt dealer in Atlanta that's open 24/7, 365, and they're like, yeah, bring it down here. We'll get you out next day. So that's what I did. I went down there Thursday night, got out Friday afternoon, had to run to Birmingham, Alabama, grab a load of batteries on roller skates, a load of Teslas,
Oh yeah.
and I dropped them this afternoon in Raleigh and got home about 5 o'clock, and then went out about 5:30, and we had to run over to daughters and let's say it's been playing catch up.
Yeah, busy, busy, busy.
Absolutely. But how long did you smoke? Because you
Um,
look like you're relatively young. I mean, unless the
yeah,
camera's lying to me, you look like you're pretty young.
I got that good filter on. I'm 35
You're
and
young, okay.
yeah, I'm younger. I started smoking when I was 13. So
Okay. That's
I smoked for a long time until my late 20s. So
mm-hmm.
about I think it was about 15 years. And when I quit smoking and switched over to vaping, I was probably almost about, if I was out drinking with friends, I was about 3 packs a day.
Yeah, I
So
mean, I can see it from
heavy.
drinking. I know drinking, I was a solid two, if not more.
Yep. Yeah. So heavy smoker. Started vaping early 2009.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was really
That's the
it was
Cigalike
really
days, yeah.
complicated. Oh yeah, Cigalite. The one I started with was called Smoking Anywhere. I think
Mm-hmm.
it was called.
I remember seeing
And
the infomercials for that one.
yeah, and I literally bought it from a mall kiosk, you
Yeah.
know. Um, but it was funny because I actually was aware of it from Ashton Kutcher. He did like a little thing
But,
for them.
oh, okay. I
And
didn't realize that.
like I guess it was like an award show that happened back then, like the Grammys or Oscars or something. And when the celebrities go to these award shows, everybody gets a gift bag. And
Yes.
apparently it was in the gift bag for these
Oh, cool.
celebrities. Yeah, so he started using it and then did like a small video on it, and you can actually still find it on the internet. I think it's on his Twitter.
Oh, nice.
And I happened to come across it and I was like, what the heck is that? I'm like, I've tried off and on to quit smoking for so long. I did cold turkey a few times and then I just always pick it back up. I tried dipping because I was like, well, at least I'll still be getting nicotine. And then I personally was like, oh, it's like a bad habit and I want to hide that. Like I don't want to carry around a dip bottle at the bar
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, right?
So I was like, this will force me into quitting. But then like, yeah, one day I came across his ad for that and I was like, dude, that's rad. I want to check that out. And I happened to see the kiosk at my local mall at the time when I was living in California. And it was like, I want to say it was like $130. So it's like $130 for a little tiny Cigalite battery with one of those like bridgeless atomizers
Yeah.
on the top of it. And that was like back in the old like fish tank filler days,
And
right?
that
Where
was what,
they
24 milligram?
yeah, it was like I think it came in like 1825, something like
Yeah.
that. But even back then, like I bought one and I was like, I'm gonna do this, $130. And I have a video of myself on my Facebook page with this thing, which cracks me up because I go back to it. It like pops up in my yearly thing all the time. And I'm like, $130 well spent to quit smoking, like no
Yeah.
ash, no tar. Like, it's
Yeah, you're
2009.
basically doing Ashton Kutcher's ad for it. Yeah.
Pretty much, but like I enjoyed it right off the bat. I mean, it wasn't the same as smoking, and I mean we have way better technology
Oh, yeah.
now, but like it did the trick. And I would take it to the bar with me. I think paid an extra like $40 to buy a second battery because
Hmm.
those Cigarettes, if you're sitting there chain vaping it back then, it was like dead in 20 minutes,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, they were like
um
100 milliamp hour batteries or something. It wasn't not
yeah, it
much
was
to them.
not good. But they also were pre-filled too. Like this is before we got into like dripping bridgeless atomizers.
Yeah.
So um God, like so I did that I was spending a ton of money because like the pre-filled cartridges only would last me like a day because
Yeah.
I was like really using it heavily. So I went online and I just was like, e-liquid or whatever, it was probably called something way different back then. And I'm like, e-liquid. And I found some random website, ordered some juice that I have no idea where it came from. And I started refilling the cartridges myself. So, like, that's what I did for about, I'd say about 6 months. And all my friends made fun of me. I went out to the bar and like, what the hell is that? Because like we were all smokers and I'd be out on the smoking patio with my little like light up thing.
Yeah.
And funny to say though, now since like a bunch of them have converted to vaping, which is hysterical. But I did that for like 6 months and it got to the point where it wasn't really cost effective and it was not readily available. I had to keep driving like 30 minutes to that mall to get like the refills, or I had
Mm-hmm.
that little bottle of liquid that I have no idea where it came from and it didn't taste very good.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I went back to smoking and I went back to smoking until probably late 2010. And then in
Okay.
2010, we had way better technology. The ego style batteries were coming out,
Mm-hmm.
and I just did it full bore. And then, like, here I am today. So,
There you
uh,
go.
yeah, just I was like, I took a commitment to it. My father, had fallen ill with lung cancer and I was like, that's it. Like I'm not going down that path and I want to make sure I do something about this. And I started researching e-cigs again. And back then it was like Grim Green, and then there was Steel Jan and a few other
Mm-hmm.
people like old school reviewers. And I started watching those guys and I was like, cool, I know what I want. I see what people are getting. I see what's working. I think did like a big order from Mad Vapes. I think they're still around.
Yeah, Mad
And
Vapes is actually based here in North Carolina.
yeah, I did a big order from Mad Vapes, and then the rest was history. Like I fell into it hard. Like my passion and love for e-cigs, it's just very big. I've worked in the industry now for like a little over 8 years, off and on. And yeah, I mean, I tell everybody it saved my life.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that, and I'll advocate for it all day.
Now, are you still working in the industry or?
So I left my current vape gig around January. I was trying to get into the tech industry
Mm-hmm.
and did a job switch, got hired on with a new company, and then boom, COVID happens
COVID.
and I
Yep.
got I got furloughed. So
Yep.
here I am living the furlough dream. But it's been kind of great because now I've been able to like interact with people on a much more personal level. I've met even more people, which is fantastic. And then now just doing the YouTube thing, hanging out. I'm going to be a co-host for the late night vape show, so that be Sunday nights at 5:30 p.m.
Yep.
Eastern. So that's cool.
Yeah, I felt
Like,
bad for them guys last week. They had to really, dredge the bottom of the barrel to bring me on. Just like
no, I thought it was
hopefully they'll
great.
get some good guests.
No, I thought you guys did great. But yeah, it's fun, and it's nice. And now getting back into mixing, like I have my little things that I'm doing to keep myself busy and like still being positive throughout all this. It's tough, and I'm glad that I'm just staying active, and I'm gonna keep doing that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
See, a couple more people popped in there. I see Nashef. What's going on, Nashef? What's going on, brother? Yeah, you haven't checked him out lately on Develop. They're always doing great stuff over there.
Yeah, I need to get on my YouTube game. There's a lot of people that I realize I'm not following, and I want to be.
Yeah, Develop. They have a great time. We have a link to the YouTube channel. Well,
Well, there's
or say, do you have any
no,
YouTube content up in yet?
I do not personally. Someone asked me this the other week, and maybe in the future. But yeah, you can definitely catch me on the late night vape show. So you can go over to that YouTube channel. I
Yeah,
have an Instagram.
I will go ahead and I will snatch up Mick and Bill's
Yeah,
channel
cool.
right now. Grab it and throw it in the chat. Oh, well,
Thank
you
you.
know what? I don't even have to do that because here it is. Here's a
Nice.
link to their. Oh, I can just click on here. Yeah, right. Because as soon as I opened it up, boom! Look at that. They already have. They got their shit together. That's what it is. We know how those guys are. We know how Mick and Bill are. They
I love
don't they
those
don't
guys.
they don't fuck around. There we
But
go. There is Late Night Vape Show's
thank you.
channel. Go ahead, bang them out and give them a sub. I mean, they're kicking ass. I mean, they've had some awesome guests over there. I mean, they've had Heavy Metal Vapor, had Vaping with Vic, and I know Mick has been on the UK Vape Show, and I think I heard is Bill going to actually be on there or something? I saw, or is that was just something Mick might have been teasing about? I'm not quite
I'm
sure.
not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure, but that would be great.
With my work schedule, I would love it, but when it's on, I'm on the road. I ain't got time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why it's like I'm kind of happy that I can like do stuff like this right now just
Yeah,
for me to keep busy.
because I
Um
did notice you. It seems like you hang out a lot in more of the UK, UK chats.
Now, like I
Yeah,
have been, like I kind of just got there, like it's a whole new world and I love it. Like everyone's still so excited and things are just so positive still over there. So I've been
yeah. I
hanging
mean, they
out.
they do have a
Yeah.
better outlook on vaping than what we have over on this side of the pond.
Unfortunately, yes. Yeah. But
But like I've been
I'm
saying since,
healthy all over the
yeah,
place. You'll catch me. Someone was saying it in chat. You'll catch me over in the Grim Green over
hmm
there. I hang out with those guys quite a bit and just a little bit of here and there. But I love that. Like I'm gonna spread my love to anybody I can. So I'm like,
absolutely, because if we can get one person this week to, smoke less cigarettes, they don't have to quit completely. That's something they're gonna have to do on their own. We can't
yeah,
push any of them to quit smoking, but if we can show them, hey, here's something that we know for a fact that we enjoy a hell of a lot better, and we feel that you'll enjoy it a hell of a lot better.
yeah,
Here's an avenue for it. Here's a device. Here's a little pod. Here, try to here's this, cost you 15-20 bucks to buy it or whatever, like let's say like a little, even if I know I don't want to promote big tobacco, but let's say like a little views or something, at least they're not smoking. And if they go beyond them, that's awesome.
yeah, exactly. And that's always what I've told my customers like throughout the years too. I'm like, if you're replacing at least one cigarette a day with this,
Exactly.
you're still doing yourself justice. And that was like my favorite part of working at the vape shops was like people coming back in and like, hey, it worked, or I'm doing so good, like you'd be so proud of me, like
Yep.
I've replaced this much. Or like the best was just when people would come in straight up and they're like, I've did it, I've quit
Yeah.
smoking, like I'm ready to like keep going with this, and it's just such a rewarding thing. Like it feels so good and it makes me happy. And that's why like I knew that I wanted to do that. I got into this like heavily because I knew personally how much it had changed my life. I wasn't waking up in the morning like having that cough until I got in the shower. Like I was pretty bad. Like it was like a whole like half an hour
Oh
thing
yeah,
waking up.
I have a friend of mine who, when he made the transition, when he got off the cigarettes, he started calling it when he would wake up in the morning and he would hack. He would call it, he was coughing up Smurfs
Yeah.
because they were literally
Something.
like blue or something. It was just just the stuff that was coming out of him, and he absolutely hated it. And now he's been vaping for, well, what, it's been over 2 years for him now.
Nice. Isn't that great? I love success
And
stories.
he
Like that
was,
just
he
makes
was
me
a
so
two
happy.
pack a day. He's, old farm boy from Western Pennsylvania. Just, tobacco was probably in his bloodstream. When he was born. The whole bit. The whole bit. Just like me being, guy from living outside of Philly. It's just both parents smoked. The walls were in every room in the house were yellow, and it wasn't because they were painted that way. And
Yep.
I still
Yeah.
have I still have old stuff that was like hung on my walls in my room, like old pennants and stuff, and they are brown. And they were
Yeah.
white when they were purchased. I mean, they're in totes in my garage. They've been in there for, they haven't been hung up on a wall in over 30 years, but still, I mean, they were just, they went from being, white as can be to brown as can be, just because of all the smoke that was in my house.
Yeah. Isn't it wild? Like I look back and I'm like, dude, I can't believe I smoked in an apartment at one point
Mm-hmm.
and then my whole apartment smelled like that. Every car that I owned in my 20s,
Oh
you
yeah.
know. And it's so funny because I was one of those smokers that like I enjoyed smoking and I didn't care, and that's how it was until then I saw the bigger picture and I was like, something's got to give.
Yeah.
So when I quit smoking, I was like, I won't be one of those ex-smokers that
No,
will be like, I'm so disgusted by cigarettes. But but now like I drive down the road and if someone's smoking like three cars ahead of me
you
and
can
that
smell it.
smell comes into my car, I'm like, I feel so violated. I'm like, "Oh my god." I was like, "Here I am doing what I said I wasn't gonna do." But, I'm never gonna be like, "Oh, you smell like a cigarette. You smell like an ashtray." Like, I'll never do that to anybody, but I will always be open to answering questions
Mm-hmm.
about e-cigarettes. So,
Yeah, that's like, being a male dominated and a smoker dominated industry being in trucking.
yeah.
I mean, I have seen the transition where I'm seeing less and less smokers and more vapors.
Mhm.
And I mean, I answer questions probably weekly from other truck drivers that I'll meet that'll, they'll see me, blowing clouds on this or using one of my little pod systems or something, and they'll be like, and they're still smoking and they're like, well, I heard that's bad for you. And I have to, the first thing you have to do
Yep.
is dispel all the bullshit and
Yep.
explain to them that you've been lied to and all this garbage.
Oh
And
yeah.
once you get past all that and you tell them your story and you tell them, hey, I smoked 32 years, I was up to 2 packs a day at one point, and I've been smoke free now for almost 4 years. I mean, actually my vape first, I guess you could say, the first time I walked into a shop and bought my first device, I was still dual using, but when I bought that first device was a couple days ago on the 2nd of December. That was 4 years.
Nice.
But
Dude, congrats.
my actual smoke free though isn't until next month because I did dual use for a while.
But it still counts. Still matters. Just like we
It
say,
still
right?
comes up on my Facebook,
Yeah.
because I took a picture of it sitting on the center console of my pickup truck and put it up on Facebook so it comes up.
I have a ton of truck driver friends. Like it's really big and it's so nice to see that because like the stories that you hear, they went from just chain smoking all
Oh
day
yeah.
while they're driving to just vaping and they always have like either, a big aromizer or like the 4 battery
Oh
mods.
yeah. I
So
have I have
I
one of
love it.
them. Yeah, I have a
Yeah.
I have a Hammer God XL 421 700s. I have that downstairs with the the aromizer, well, the steam crate Titan on top,
Yeah.
because that's the only thing that doesn't look like a little pea on top of it, because that thing will hold like a 50.
My trucker customers were my favorite too. They'd always give me a call like a half hour early and be like, "Hey, just let you know, I got the truck, so I'm gonna
Oh
have to be parked on the street, but I'm gonna run in and this is what I'm gonna get." And I was
yeah,
like, "I'll have it ready for you."
exactly.
I
They're
love it.
banging it out on that quick 30-minute break, and they're
Yeah.
going in and getting their stuff. There was one shop that was it's in Perrysburg, Ohio, out there by Toledo, and I mean, I saw a VSO in the chat. He may actually know it. And there's a shop. They're in a shopping center. That behind the shopping center, there's enough spots. You can probably fit 5 or 10 trucks back there. And if you call the shop, they'll tell you, hey, you park here, you're not gonna have a problem. Come on over. And they give specials. If you have a CDL, you'll get it like a 10% off or what have you. And I
That's
mean, and they
awesome.
cater to truckers because they're in a trucking town
It's
basically.
tough. It's tough, and most vape shops, at least here, are on busy streets and they don't really
Yeah, no,
have
you're
like a
not. Yeah,
parking lot. Yeah, it is. I could see that being really tough, but it's nice to see people still making efforts to like still come into a shop too,
oh
because like
yeah.
it's so easy to just order everything online, but you know, people come for the experience, and I love that too.
Well,
I mean,
that's the thing.
obviously it's different.
If you have someone that's coming off of cigarettes, I think they need to go to a shop first
Yeah.
and get a little education, and
Mhm.
hopefully they go to a shop where someone like you or someone or someone who is educated and is going to take the time and explain things to them and put it in their language, because
Yes.
I'm as guilty of it as anybody, that once you get once you get going, and we start speaking a whole different language,
Yep.
and other people are like, well, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
And so, we have to break it.
Coils, what?
Yeah,
Building, what?
we have to break it back down. Max,
Yeah.
this isn't ridiculous. This isn't nothing. This is just the Aromizer V2 with the Hadron. I hated this mod for the longest time. It had battery rattle and everything else, but for some reason, all of a sudden, it's like it quit rattling,
Nice.
and I started using it every day, and this has been my all day carry. And I mean, the Aromizer plus V2 is fucking awesome. Way better than the original is good, but this one's just, you know,
That's what everyone says, and everyone always says it's better in that 18 mil mode, right? Is that an 18 mil capacity in that?
16, 18, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, like I had the original one, I had in 20 mil mode, but
Those were like the big guys, the
it was all
short,
glass.
big
It was,
guys,
yeah. I
right?
mean, the glass on it was like that. You know, I mean, it
Yeah.
was the same. It was the same diameter,
Mm.
but it was just all glass, and you had
Because they
a
had like,
double chimney section. I mean, it was you got good flavor, but I found that especially if you didn't vape hard, I mean if you weren't burning through that 20 mils every day, it seemed like it would get sour. Because I did with a lot of custards and creams and stuff,
hmm
a lot of heavier flavors,
yeah.
and it seemed like it would literally from going, you know, I guess from the heating and cooling all day long, it seemed like it
hmm
would start to get the flavor would start to get weird on me.
Interesting.
So
But they
I
did,
dropped it down to a 10 mil mode, and it was fine because I was filling that every day.
yeah. But they did had like that really wide one. It was like what 38 millimeter, I
Oh,
think,
that's
and
well
it
the Titan's a 41.
yeah, and it held like 30 mils, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have that down in, I think it's in 15 mil mode or something. I knocked it down to its
Yeah, that
regular,
was pretty
to a
rad.
lower size.
So crazy. I love it. Some
Well, Max, I'm not carrying this all day long. This is what I have in the truck.
right.
If I'm out of the truck, I'm using something like this. Actually, I use my Vaporesso one, which is, I must have left it downstairs. I don't have it on me, but this is one I just had sitting up here.
Someone asked what starter setup I
Oh
would
yeah, Demelon.
sell
Hey,
to
what's up, Demelon?
beginners. Um, honestly, I ask like 4 or 5 questions first. I'm like, how much do you smoke? What type of draw do you think you're looking for?
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that. But like my go-to favorites, if they're a fresh smoker and just want to like try it out, start off, I always recommend like the Caliburn, the original Caliburn.
Yeah.
That thing was great. The pod lives on those things were fantastic, and they're pretty good budget wise. And
Yes.
then um I am a little different. I don't like to just throw salt nick at people, so I would always suggest like a, 12,
Mm-hmm.
18 milligram.
Yeah, that's where I
So,
was. I went with an 18. It was funny. I bought an 18, and then it was like the only 18 they had left on the shelf, so I bought a 12, and it was their house juice. Actually, I
yeah.
drove past the place today, and the place is still open under a different name, and I think they're doing a lot better now than what they used to. Tweak, what's going on, Tweak? Like last time I was in there was probably over a year ago, and they actually had rebuildables, and there was a lot of CBD, which every shop here in North Carolina is loaded with
Same
CBD.
same
Which,
here.
yeah, it's everywhere because you know what, for the FDA is not cracking down on it right now.
Right. And it's kind of one of those things where it really helps substitute some of the sales, you
Yeah,
know.
I mean
Like it's tough right now for sure, especially right now with COVID, but
yeah, I mean I'm not gonna knock CBD because I know a lot of people that use CBD in a very medicinal way, and it helps
mhm.
them a lot. My wife is one of them.
Yep,
You know,
I was too. I used CBD for almost the entire year. This year, I actually just
okay,
stopped. Like, it helped me through some of my toughest stuff. But I had chronic back pain from a old car accident,
yeah.
and it really did work for me. It
It
might
helps
not
a lot.
be.
It helps a lot with
Yeah.
rheumatoid arthritis.
It might not be for everybody, but
Yeah.
I definitely have had experience with it, and as well as my friends. I have a friend that has severe neuropathy, and it really helps him. So it's I'm pro CBD.
Yeah, I mean, I personally can't use it because of the CDL license.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah,
I've
and
heard some
that's
horror
my other friend
stories.
that I've talked to. Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'll like because being a mixer, I have to taste it to make sure it's not fucking terrible. So
Yeah.
I mean, if you take a pull here and there, or if, because I'll even mix sublingual, and take a dropper full every now and again, you're not gonna come up hot.
Yeah,
Now,
are
if
you
you're using it every day and you're using tinctures, and this is just using isolate.
Yeah, isolate, there's a difference between isolate and full spectrum,
Yes.
like I always told people, if you're really worried about being drug tested, this has to be your choice, like you have to make this decision, because I would never recommend
Yeah.
anything to anybody that is worried for that. But full spectrum definitely has trace amounts of THC in it, so don't go that route. Isolate's always the better. There is some, to my knowledge, I don't know if they're still around. I believe they are, but Earthbound, they make e-liquids. They have they do non-THC isolate as
Mm-hmm.
well. So,
Oh yeah, yeah, Dave. Yeah, you have the rheumatoid, and that I mean, Dave, that's huge credit to you. You have rheumatism, and you're a fucking awesome coil builder. That is, yeah,
that's my buddy with
salute.
neuropathy.
Yeah,
He's a coil wizard. Can't feel the wire or anything, and I'm just like, dude, you're inspirational.
yeah. I mean, how? Yeah, that's the thing. That's got to make it just twice as hard,
Mhm.
if not
Can you
more.
imagine building an alien and not feeling to be able to feel the tension on
Yeah,
the
how do you
G-core
do? How do
wire?
you do
Like,
that? I mean, I just don't
oh,
understand. I mean, that's awesome. I mean,
yeah.
yeah, Alabama. I mean, one of these days, I want to do a whole video on at least what I know about CBD, which I mean I'm far from an expert,
Well, if
but
you ever have any questions, feel free to ask, because I had to learn all about it.
yeah, I
Just
mean
from working at the shop, I had to know
because
every
what I'll
single
do
thing.
is I'll take. Oh, that's right. I put that box in. I had a box here, but I had to clean some stuff up last weekend. So actually, the box actually has my isolate in it. But I have, I get these from Phyto Family out of Arizona.
Is it the isolate crystals?
Yeah, so yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like cocaine. Yeah, isolate powder.
Yeah, it does.
And oh, here we go. Here's some that's still diluted down as e-liquid.
Hmm.
And what I'll do is I'll take it, because I count this as basically 1-to-1. So I'll break it down into, if I break it down, I'll put it in PG,
Hmm.
and I'll make it 100 milligram.
Hmm.
So basically a 10 mils to 10
Yeah.
10 milliliters to 1 gram.
And do you put nicotine in yours, just out
No,
of curiosity?
nope.
Yeah, no. I always recommend not to, because
No, see, no, you got to keep them separate. I mean, it's
yeah,
just,
because well, like you might want the more effects of the CBD, and you'll be sitting there chain vaping, and you'll get nicked out. You won't feel very
yeah.
good. So I always
Well,
tell
my
people to
my
keep it
wife's
separate.
been off of. She actually quit smoking in 2011. It was before we moved here. She was using the little hookah pens that she was getting at the gas station.
Yeah, like the voodoos. I
Yeah,
remember those.
exactly. I think that's
They
exactly
had
which one it
had like a
was.
chrome looking tip, and they were like wood almost.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
remember
it,
those.
I think it finally got thrown away, but in one of the drawers, even when we moved to this house, somehow it just ended up in the junk drawer still. Even I mean, it's been long since dead, but it was still just hanging around. But that's what she had quit smoking on. Now I did expose her to nicotine trying e-liquid. Here, oh, hands or something. Here, try this. What do you think of this? What's this taste like to you? And try
Yeah,
not to tell her what it is and see if she has a better. Her senses are better than mine.
yeah.
Like she can pull different nuances than I can pull up. FOWTB, are you serious? Santos, what is up, brother? Thank you for popping in. What is going on, Batman? That's the first time Batman's ever been in one of my chats. What is going on,
Oh,
brother?
nice. Hey, dude.
You're bringing in all kinds of people, and all I did was just I didn't even spam the
It's
show
not
out.
me. It's not me. Um, I hope I'm not butchering this, but Chef, is that right? Asked how long I've been mixing. But I started mixing like 4 years ago. But then I stopped because I was working in shops and juice was readily available. So I was lazy and just had it at my fingertips. So I put it away for a couple years and I just started back up about 2 months ago.
No, I don't blame you. Okay,
Just
good. I'm
to
getting
answer
levels again.
that
I guess
question.
my USB on this mic must be being weird on me. Let's see.
Oh no, yeah, you sound good. You sound
Okay.
good to me, at least.
Let's see. It's being telling me here. Let's see. Okay. Well, I'm showing levels here, so I should be fine. Got different things coming up on my screen, but as long as nobody's seeing that on their end, they shouldn't be seeing it on their end, so it should be fine. Yeah, like I was like, it seems like I'll go if I go to a thanks, Nash, I appreciate it. Thanks, Cody. If I go to an expo, which who knows if we're gonna have expos again, but if I
I
do go to
know.
one, and I'll buy e-liquid, especially from people, friends, companies that I'm friends with.
Right.
I mean, granted, I don't not like I need it, but I'll buy it, just to help them out and just to try something different too. Maybe I might
Yep.
be in a rut, and it's like I'm mixing the same thing over and over, and I need some inspiration. So I'll go ahead and I'll go into the shop or I'll go to an expo and I'll buy something. And I find myself after I do that, every mix I do after that for the next month or two, I up the sweetener because
Really?
yeah, oh yeah, I
So
just
it's funny that you say
because I
that.
because I lose
I
I lose the sensation because the sweetener, it
mhm.
just mutes everything.
Yeah. So I've been strictly just mixing for the past like 2, almost 3 months. And I went back to a store-bought e-liquid and I was like, I picked it up to vape it and I was like, holy crap, this is sweet. And you don't realize it, while
Yeah,
it's happening, you don't realize it. But I guess I did good with myself to just start myself on lower sweetener. Well, it's better for coils in my opinion anyways, but like,
yeah. I
but
look at
yeah.
I look at this, a sweetener keeps coil builders in business.
Mhm. 100%.
Like Dave Flowers, he's probably going to tell me right now. Yeah, put 5% super sweet in that motherfucker, buddy. I need to sell you some coils.
Yeah. Oh, we got fresh popping in.
Come on.
He's
There it goes.
trying.
What's happening, man?
What's going on, brother?
How's it going?
This link just got to me. What's happening?
Ah,
What's up?
yeah. I was running way late to start with because my daughter had it was my daughter's birthday is on Tuesday, and her husband hits me up like 6 o'clock last night. It's like, hey, I'm having a cookout for Jen tomorrow. You guys coming over? I'm like, well, I guess I kind of have to, you know. She
I
did
gotta
come.
speak.
She did come
I
from my ball sack at some point. So yeah, I guess I gotta do something. And so the first thing I did is text the wife. It's like, hey, do we have a birthday present for Jen that we can slap? Oh yeah, I already got that taken care of. I'm like, oh, you're awesome.
All right, I don't have to think. Woo!
Hey, Fresh, did you catch the replay or did you catch it live? The Tyson Roy Jones fight last week.
I did. It was terrible.
You thought it was
Oh,
terrible?
yeah.
I thought it was a terrible fight. Yeah, I mean, I kind of figured that's what Roy Jones was going to do. He was going to Floyd Mayweather it, but
Now,
I didn't anticipate him Floyd Mayweathering it as much as he did.
no, I mean, he was out. Tyson was in way better shape.
And I mean, Tyson with those body shots, like Roy Jones between rounds could not catch his breath. So
No, no, and Vinny Pazienza totally fucked up the scoring in that fight.
calling it a majority draw.
He gave Roy Jones 10 for every single round, and then the rounds that he thought that Tyson did well in, he would score at 10-10. I'm like, have you ever scored a fight before, Vinny Paz? Because you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
You give 10 to the winner and nine
And
nine or lower to the.
well, there wasn't any low blows called or anything, so it'd be 10-9. I mean, I was just because after the stream last week, that was the only fight I got to see. But I heard that one YouTuber fought the Clifford Robinson before that, and I guess he kicked his ass in like the second round.
Nate Robinson took a dive.
Yeah.
He had no intention of winning that fight.
No, I think he knew going in that he wasn't going to. But I mean, the commentary was funny. You know, Snoop Dogg being Snoop Dogg, and I mean, but yeah, when you saw the interviews afterwards, and you saw pretty much the red marks that was on Roy Jones, I'm like, yeah, there's no way that you know, he had no business being there. I'm just glad he didn't get himself seriously hurt because Tyson's still in pretty good shape. I mean,
Yeah.
if when he walked into the ring, I'm seeing his man titties sagging and his face looking really rough. I'm thinking, oh, this isn't going to be good. But then once that bell rang, though, I mean, it wasn't 20-year-old Tyson, but
He was in a lot better control.
I thought he looked pretty good
yeah, he was like
Yeah.
for his age and everything. I
yeah.
mean,
I mean, that's the thing.
it was entertaining.
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't expecting it to be, Mayweather, Roy Jones from 1999 or 2009 or whatever, but it was a good fight. I mean, I thought overall for what you were watching, you had to put it in context.
Yeah.
I thought it was a pretty good fight. Now I'm hearing that maybe there might be a Holyfield Tyson 3. No.
Well, let's not do that.
No, let's leave it be.
I got a pizza in the oven. I'll be right back.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know if you caught any of the interview, but like Tyson was going off about how YouTubers have saved boxing. It's interesting.
I didn't hear him say that, but then I was pretty wiped out. I was tired. I mean, it was like 1 a.m. by the time they got done with everything. But
Yeah, I didn't get to catch the whole thing. I didn't pay-per-view it, but I caught
well,
bits and clips.
fortunately, I have
offline.
a streaming service that
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I know what you're talking
yeah.
about.
If you need a link, I got you.
Nice.
I get everything. I bought it during COVID because just you're sitting home doing that was like the 1 week where I got a paid vacation the 1 week of COVID, so it was like I had it scheduled already. I was supposed to go on a golf trip to Myrtle Beach, but obviously that part of it got canceled. I'm like, well, I'm not going to cancel the vacation because
Yeah.
I'm going to get paid my regular salary for that week. And it's
Yeah.
probably better than what I'm doing anyway. So I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna leave it be. Yeah,
That
Though
might
by
be.
exactly. Yeah, he was able to, Roy Jones was able to keep his ears intact.
That's what I said too. I was like, everyone left with their ears. We're good. My fiance did the same thing. You know, took a week off. Why not?
Yeah,
Can't do anything, but
because
nice to have a
I
break.
did mostly work through it. Fortunately,
Yep.
now was I making great money? But I was making more than I would have sitting home and collecting unemployment plus a little bit of
Right.
stimulus. Because that's what I figured out. Every week I was like, all right, well, I'm making more than $9.50 a week. That's what I would have got. And I'm like, all right, so I'm good. So
Nice.
and I was
Yeah.
down in Florida. I was going from Florida up to Georgia, back and forth. And then I got lucky and Volvo got hot for a hot minute. So I was hauling out South Carolina where they built a new Volvo plant and
Nice.
shooting out to St. Louis and then going to Memphis and coming back, or going to Alabama and coming back, and we're going to Indiana and grabbing Subarus and coming back east. And then and then one trip I went to Arkansas, which was the first time I ever delivered in Little Rock, and yeah, there's nothing there, so it's I don't ever have to go back. It is what it is.
Nice.
It's just
Nice.
something different.
Yeah. I'm jealous of Fresh's pizza, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, right. I had a Bubba burger earlier. It was kind of dry, but it was still a little cold. But
I do that whole keto thing.
oh, okay.
So it's funny because I'm like, I had steak for dinner and I'm like talking down on it. Most people would be like, yes, steak. And now I'm like, I'm so staked out.
Yeah, I'm sure you're so over it.
Yeah, it's
Oh, that was like my
used to it.
my wife is not really on the keto thing, but she lost a bunch of weight because she's now a weight loss coach at a place that she works at.
Heck yeah.
And
That's
I
awesome.
mean, she's lost like 80 pounds. So she literally took like lettuce and wrapped it around the burger
hmm
and ate it like that. I'm like, oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, I do
I'm
that
like,
too.
when did you start doing keto thing? You just like, something different. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
that works.
Yeah, I've been doing keto for a little over a year now, and I lost 113 pounds.
Wow.
hmm Yeah,
Wow,
no
good for
sugar,
you.
no
Yeah.
sugar, no carbohydrates. It was really intense in the beginning, but now it's just like second nature. You don't even think about it anymore.
Well, yeah, I
But like
guess so. I mean, it's probably like when you first started vaping.
Yeah, right, exactly.
You know
But
that
that's
you
why
still
I
had that little
enjoy.
bit of that nicotine withdrawal,
Yeah.
and you were thinking
Uh,
about them cigarettes. It's like, oh,
I don't know. I think I started vaping too high of nicotine, to be honest.
now see, the very first
'Cause I
time
was like 25. It was like, this is intense.
the first time I tried vaping, it wasn't by choice. It was basically the wife had gone to the vape shop and the kiosk, the kiosk in the mall, and came home with an ego pen and 6 milligram. And I'm thinking, well,
Oh, see,
I
6
didn't,
milligram. That's
I
man.
didn't know what 3 or 7. I didn't know what any of it was. I had really no. I mean, I tried it, and the time I was vaping back then, I did cut my cigarette use from like pack and a half down to like a half a pack. So I did cut it down by like 70%. But then, the battery shorted out and all this garbage. So it's like, and then I went on a cruise and everybody's smoking on the cruise. So I'm smoking away on the cruise. And when we came back, it was like years later, I actually found the package that had the ego pen and everything still in it. And a couple little 10 ml bottles of just 6 milligram juice. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I
See,
taught.
6 though. I wish, I wish I knew what 6 was back then when I first started, because like I was trying to just choke through 25.
Well, the thing is, the 6 was not enough for me back then. I probably could have
Yeah, I would have said like I probably would have done better with at least a 12.
12, yeah, 12, 18, probably 12. Because when I did try, when I did go back to it in 2016, I started with 18s and 12s, and the 18 was, especially dual using. The 18 was, yeah, it was too much. I was getting nicked out pretty quick. So
Yeah.
then I dropped down to 12, and then I was good for a little bit, and then I wanted to learn I started seeing stuff about subohming and all that, and I was tried subohming like 12, and yeah, that didn't
Yeah.
work too good.
It always blew my mind, man, when people would walk into the shop Sebo and hire Nick. Like, cause there was people that were dripping like 25. I'm like, how do you do that?
I have a friend of mine. I don't know. I never witnessed him do it, but he said he used to do that all the time, and I'm just like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Simon, what's up, Simon?
Thank you.
Robert Kite, what's going on, Robert? See a couple more people popping in.
Yeah, I remember getting my first Cigalike, and they didn't even tell, like, you didn't even know what milligram it was. Like,
Right. I'm
they just
pretty
hand you a
sure they were
bottle.
like 36, right?
Mine was just like mine. They just handed me a clear bottle with like a piece of tape on it, and they had written Camel on the bottle and taped and put a
Mm.
piece of tape over it and handed that to me. It tasted nothing like a Camel. It tasted like
Oh
gingerbread.
yeah. Oh right. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
No,
well,
none.
that's
I
funny you
still.
mentioned the gingerbread from earlier today
Yeah,
when
I know.
you had Michelle on.
Yeah.
I know. And she was telling all my secrets. I was like, oh great, that girl.
She was telling your secrets. Oh damn! I see. I didn't get. I caught a few minutes of the show, but I didn't get a chance to catch a whole lot.
She's too much.
Oh,
I
she's
love that
awesome.
girl.
Michelle is
She's
She is.
awesome.
awesome,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, I'm excited
she's
to be
a
working
Philly
on
girl
something
too.
for her.
So
I'm excited to be working on something for her. So it's gonna be fun once I get the supplies in, because
I'm glad.
I already know what's in that liquid.
Yeah,
She was
and I'm glad
craving.
that you got to try it, because her and I have been discussing that for a while. And I told her, I was like, it's not just clove. If you're tasting spice like that, there's something else in there.
Yeah.
yeah,
I was thinking just from what she was telling me that it was like a chai, but you're probably spot on with that
Yeah,
gingerbread.
flavorless
That
gingerbread.
gingerbread's so clove heavy. So when she was describing it, I kind of figured that's what it was, just because it's like it's a bigger brand, so they're going to be putting as little as possible in it. There's some sort of a tobacco in it. I haven't quite figured out what it is yet, but
I was
that
thinking
fun.
TFA Cowboy, but then you said you didn't think it was that.
I
Yeah,
was thinking,
TFA too ashy.
is it black honey?
It might be black honey. Yeah, just like a touch, because it's
Yeah.
I mean, it's not tough to bury that flavor,
Yeah.
especially if you use it low, and then they just
Hmm.
hammered that gingerbread. So
Yeah. Yeah, because I was messing around with the clove flavor for her that I was gonna send her, and I was using the black honey.
Yeah.
So I was curious. But yeah, that's what's fun with mixing too, because I do keto. I'm like, man, I get a craving for something sweet. I'm like, I'm gonna make this.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna make it right now.
Yeah, I do, and it's great.
Oh, that's like when my wife was losing all the weight. If she had craving for something sweet, I just hand her something. Like, here you go. You know,
Hmm. It does the trick, man. Although my fiance made keto cookies last night and
Mhm.
used some cake batter flavoring in it, and
Like
they were
Capella cake batter?
amazing. I don't know which one she grabbed, probably because I
Yeah.
think I the cake batter.
Yeah, well, that's the one that says cake batter on it, so that's probably what
Yeah,
she grabs.
that's probably what it was. Yeah. I was like, dude, those are so good. And now, like, it's so funny because I've been like starting to follow a bunch of like, flavoring people like on Instagram and stuff. And One on One Flavors has their own Instagram page.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole keto community has just taken that over. And if you watch their stories, it's all regrams of people making all these keto desserts using their flavorings. And I'm like, oh, that's why they're not in stock anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, they have a whole great big keto section on their website.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. It's like so wild. That's awesome. It's like my two things colliding.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's awesome.
they've got some really, really good flavors, but they've got some really bad ones too.
Yeah.
I'm still finding this out, like I think I'm up to 155 and I have 50 more on the way. I'm terrible. I'm terrible, but I love it
Oh,
because when I was first mixing, it was like Capella TFA. Like that's like there wasn't a whole lot of options out there. So
yeah,
it's so nice to like
yeah,
see all these other companies that have come along the way, and like I'm like, ooh, that exists now, like I want to try that, I want to try this. And then my friends will be like, oh, don't waste your time on that flavoring or that flavoring, and I'm like, but I kind of want to, I just want to try it for myself, like
yeah,
if I have enough people tell me something's bad, I'm not gonna get it. But like I like getting like three different variations of the same thing because
yeah,
sometimes I think me personally, like just how my palate is, like sometimes I think things really go well with bakeries and then some go well with like a sour candy type flavor,
yeah.
and like it makes a difference.
It
So
does make a huge difference. Yeah,
I like to just try everybody's version of it because there's probably always somewhere where that will fit in. Now, if it's like really terrible, then probably not, but.
yeah. I mean, there's just like strawberries, like they're like each company does something completely different.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um, and so you wind up with like I probably got like 50 strawberries at least.
I
I
think
th-
I'm up to like 10.
I think
Yeah,
the last
Yeah.
I
for
counted, I was
custard.
somewhere around 36 strawberries or something last time I counted, but
Yeah,
then I think I picked up a few since then.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
but
I'm
I
probably
definitely
closer to
have my
40.
favorites though, my go-tos for
Yep.
sure. But like
I,
today I was like trying to make this like raspberry cookie and I was like, you
okay.
know what? I'm gonna throw some shisa strawberry in there to back up the
Yeah,
strawberry ripe, and I'm like, I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
see how this plays out.
yeah.
I'm like, you don't know until you try it. And
Yeah, it's a pretty good combo actually.
yeah, and I'm like, like flavor is so subjective too. And like I really got back into mixing because like I've been a vapor for 11 years, and most, I mean, at least I feel in the United States, like every e-liquid company is doing their own version of the same stuff, like, and it's just like it's always like a strawberry something, or it's always this, or it's a blueberry cake, or it's a sugar cookie. And
Yeah,
like, so I've vaped so many of these, I've just vaped myself off of stuff. So I was like
Yeah.
getting to the point where like I had a entire wall of liquid and I'm like still really bad. I have so many things and I'm like, I can pick it up for like maybe a tank's worth. And I'm like, dude, I'm done with this. So like starting this like 2 months ago again, it's like opened up a whole new world of me again. And like, it's just so exciting again. And I'm like, hey, I'm craving this. I'm going to make this. And it doesn't really matter if anybody else likes it. I like it. So,
Yeah. Well, that's
exactly.
and that's what it comes down to. And here's one thing: find, go treat yourself to some VSO flavors.
yeah. And I actually wanted to talk to you about that because I've heard about VSO so much and I haven't had a chance to try them. So I want to know, like, I want to know what VSO is
They they
about.
are they
So,
are
Uh,
naturally they are naturally extracted flavors,
dude,
yeah,
the best blueberry I ever had was a naturally extracted blueberry.
and
So
their
I
blueberry
understand the
is,
difference in that.
yeah. My favorite blueberry combination is 4% VSO blueberry with 2% Flavor West blueberry, and I don't need any other blueberries in my stash. That's as long as I have
Yeah.
Flavor West blueberry and VSO blueberry, I need nothing else. I don't need TFA, blueberry extra, blueberry broil. I don't need no other blueberries. I don't
Yeah.
need. I mean, sorry, Bryson, I don't need Flavor West blueberry muffin because they're the two
oh,
that
I
would.
need that.
eh, I like that. Yeah, I mean, I still use it, but
I still throw the VSO blueberry in it, but yeah, I
yeah,
still that
yeah,
flavor.
yeah.
I'm,
VSO
I'm
What are you
like,
blueberry is the
doing?
best blueberry. His strawberry is
You got
excellent.
everywhere.
All his fruits are excellent. He's getting a little crazy. I shouldn't say crazy, but he's getting a little different with the spices now and all that. And like he has a leather that is.
It's really
I
good.
know I know you and Addie both have found uses for it.
and
It's very good.
I saw the boys playing with that because we're in a Discord together
Oh,
too.
okay, yeah.
And I saw them playing with that, and I was like, you know what though? Leather in a tobacco is really good. Like
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
really good. Like
Or a
people
light
think
touch in a
leather with
bourbon
like
vape,
people, huh?
like a light touch in a bourbon vape.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh
Like
yeah.
I personally like I like it. So when I saw them that they were doing that, I thought that was the best thing ever. I was like, yeah, get creative, do weird stuff because you know what? You might like it.
And it's like
yeah.
Tommy V came out with a basically a stuffing.
It tastes like stuffing.
Yeah,
His
Okay,
pi- his
that's a
pizza his
little
pizza's actually
interesting.
his pizza's good too.
I don't
oh,
know if I
did
can
Tommy
do
make
the
a
savory
Tommy made
stuff.
a pizza one?
Tommy made a pizza, yeah.
Where what did he I know he was ordering some stuff from chefs to get some of the other flavors that you couldn't get here.
And Gary is asking about my pineapple upside down cake. Still in progress, man. I
Oh,
still haven't
that's
quite nailed the cake.
I ordered pineapple today. That was going to be my next little mission.
Oh
That
well.
and I would like to
You're-
do, I don't know if you've ever had them at Subway, but there's a raspberry white chocolate chip macadamia nut cookie
Yep.
Yeah,
and they're so good and I'm like I'm going to figure this out.
yeah.
That's my
Those are two that have been floating around the community for a long time, and I've never had a recipe where I was like, yeah, that's it, you nailed it.
No.
So
really.
yeah,
Okay. Well, I'll be at it for a while then. It'll keep me
yeah. It's
busy.
a rabbit hole. I've been after pineapple upside down cake pretty much since I started.
Yeah, there was
Since
like
I started
only
mixing.
one company that came out with one, and I can't even remember what they're called anymore. And this was a glass stripper bottle, so I doubt that it's even around anymore. But like, it was almost it was definitely almost pineapple upside down cake, but then they tried to put the maraschino cherry in there, and unfortunately, like that's a lot of what you got flavor forward.
Yeah,
So
it
I'd
butchered it.
probably, yeah, I definitely would probably try one without that. And if I did do that, I would make sure that it's like really in the background.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
now there's a new flavor company called SSA, Sabaki Super Aromas. You can get
Yeah,
in
I've ordered a few things from
from Bull
them.
City. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now they're cherries. I guess there's more than two. I thought there was just two cherries. I
There's the
believe.
bright cherry and the cherry compote.
Yeah,
They
juicy
might have put
cherry.
something else out because I think there's just more and more and more
Because I
coming.
think Sam said something today in the chat on your stream, or it might have been in one of the discords about another cherry, and I was just like, "There's another cherry."
Yeah.
It might have even been on
So,
Facebook when the Black Forest
uh,
cake that is for the Vixens for tomorrow. Uh,
so
Griswold
Max,
put.
that's a quart. That's a quart of urine that I'm drinking.
Oh, okay.
Hot.
Hey, we all
Delicious.
need to recycle, so there you go.
That's right. I've been watching Doom. You recycle everything, Max.
Friction, what's up, Friction? Yeah, juicy cherry compote, and there is a third cherry. I thought so.
So there's a third one.
Yeah,
Okay.
now like
Well, I mean,
I
they've
had the other
always
two.
Mullenberry's always been good at cherry, so I mean, it doesn't surprise me that this sideline of theirs
Oh, Cherokee saying a wild cherry. Okay.
is
Or
working.
ripe cherry.
The one that I found works the best in pineapple upside down cake, so was the Vape Train cherry liqueur.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay.
I think that's the one.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm.
yeah, it had a
I can
really
see that.
nice. It was really nice, and it gave me the note that I was looking for. So
Nice.
it's just that because now that I have the topping down. Thank you, Nick Evans. I never thought I'd say that live on a stream, but thank you, Nick Evans.
And he doesn't watch this one. It's too
Oh, he
late. He
doesn't
won't.
watch this.
Well, he does, but it's too late for him now. He must have got some tonight, so he hasn't been hanging around. He won't
But
catch a replay. He doesn't care enough.
yeah, he used the Flavora caramel at 3%
What?
on top of it. Yeah, on top of it, and it worked perfectly.
Oh wow.
Like
Interesting.
finally got that caramelized pineapple topping. So
Okay.
along with the Wonder Flavors baked pineapple and a little bit of ESO pineapple, if I remember correctly, is what I did.
I'm trying. Wait,
Sweet.
I don't think I. I can look and see if I have the Wonder Flavors baked pineapple. I don't think I do.
Yeah.
That's not a newer flavor.
Oh
though,
yeah,
is it?
that's right. That's right. It's Flavor Cotton Candy. That's right. Flavor Cotton Candy at 3%.
Cotton
Oh,
candy is a magical thing, man. It's
Well,
it's it's
theirs
interesting
is
how it
caramel.
plays on stuff.
Theirs is caramel.
You think
Like it
so?
tastes like caramel. Yeah.
Good,
wow.
because
Because
any
their
like
caramel is brown sugar, so I guess
Yeah,
they
yeah,
their
need to
caramel
come up
brown
with caramel.
sugar and their butterscotch is freaking Aunt Jemima syrup. So
Yes.
ooh, good to know. I love that. See that this is so great. Like this is why I'm stoked to like be on here and then maybe on your show
yeah, I
later.
heard we
Yeah.
were playing around. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, yes, please give me all of your knowledge and information
Oh
cuz like
yeah.
just how different it is from like 4 years ago when I was doing this. I mean, we were using Excel spreadsheets. We didn't have anything to keep a flavor stash in. Like we didn't have anything calculating anything for us. It was like we were using syringes, like this is so wonderful.
I
I'm
got a
like,
few.
dude, this is great.
I
I'm
still
like,
got a few hundred syringes around.
oh,
Yeah.
I still have them, and actually, before my scale came in, I was still using them.
Oh yeah.
Like
And
you don't
pipe
forget
and
that knowledge.
pipettes. I'll say pipettes since
Oh
the birthday boy is finally in
yeah,
the house.
got a
What's
few of
going on?
those. Oh yeah,
The
happy
true
birthday, Addie.
the true man, the myth, the legend, Addy
That's right.
motherfucking Tony.
We had a 3-day running celebration for Attitude.
Yes,
I know.
I felt bad. Let's say these damn Tesla dealers wanting cars today, and and I'm not allowed to leave Teslas on my truck. I have to deliver them. So
But yeah, it was awesome the show earlier. We had the audience was dropping recipes for tuning. We were doing
yes, that was
recipes for
awesome.
tuning. So it was
I
great.
need to finish watching the tail end of it, but I caught a good portion of it.
All right. Yeah, it was fun. Fun show. Glad we
I
could celebrate with Addie.
Oh
yeah.
hell yeah! Every day with Addy's like a special day. So
It is. I agree.
he just
Yeah,
kicks
I guess
ass.
I've told that story, but like I was just making a one-off video when I first started my channel
Yeah,
because the little Australian gal Remy Johnson wanted a video on like all the extra stuff you needed to get started dripping. And this was way back in the day, so it's like you need a battery charger for your mech mod. You need, So I'm going through this being Mr. Factual guy, and then Addie Tooney, is like, I enjoyed your video. Could you make something else? I'm like, you said you have this. Can you do a video on this? I'm like, I suppose, man.
yeah.
So I made another video and another video, and he just kept encouraging me. And then eventually he sent me some DIY liquid, and it was just so mind-bogglingly good that I was like, dude, you need to give me the recipe, and you need to tell me how to do this.
Yeah.
That's
And
awesome.
so yeah, he just kept emailing me. And eventually, for his birthday, I bought a camera, and I was like, dude, I'm sending you a camera because I need to sit down and talk to you.
Yeah.
Like I need to talk to Addie Tooney in person. And he came on my show, and like he's been the brother that I never knew that I needed for since then.
Isn't that
He's just
great?
such an amazing guy. Yeah.
Ah, I love that. That warms my heart.
Yeah.
Like I've met so many fantastic people through vaping and it's just like wild. It's just I mean, I consider these people my family, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
yeah. Like it's just so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Love
like
that guy. Love that Addie Tooney guy.
I mean, before
He's
vaping, I
nice.
didn't know anybody that lived in Australia, and I didn't know anybody lived in, different parts of Europe, and
Yeah.
I mean, I knew a lot of people in this country, especially from trucking and stuff, but that was about as far as it went. And maybe a
Yeah.
couple in the UK, a couple, car haulers over there, they get to run 16 feet high, and because they're only allowed to be 65 feet long.
Yeah, my buddy Jay, custom ages skins, like
Yeah,
he's from the Netherlands and it's
yeah,
like we're like best friends. We talk online all day, Mick as well, Bill, like, it's so funny. Like never in my wildest dreams would I think that I'd just be sitting in a Zoom room with like all these people and like we just hang out.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I felt bad last Sunday, after Mick and Bill's show, I didn't get a chance to hang out too long because it was supper time. Usually that time of day is usually the family time. But I promised Mick for months of like I'm going to come back on. I'm going to come back on. He hit me up that Monday prior. He's like, hey, you want to do this week? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And
Yeah.
it was
Yeah, I
we
was
had
glad that I got to meet you for a little bit.
yeah, absolutely.
Look at us now.
Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah, it's like And hell, all of a sudden, you must already have an aura about you that Batman showed up in the chat.
I've never personally interacted with Batman, so you can't blame that one on me.
I
Hello,
will. I
guys.
will
That's
though.
all.
I will
That's all
though.
you.
Now I will though because he never popped in any other chats, and all of a sudden,
I want to know him. He's a cool dude.
he is a cool
He's a
dude.
really cool guy.
I know.
I've had him on the I've had him on the show a couple times, and he was
Yep.
talking
Yeah.
about his line, and then
Mhm.
got him on another show, and we just started riffing about life, and
Yeah, he's like
he's a
genuine, and I love
really,
that.
really
Oh,
cool guy.
he's as real gets.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always cool to get people from, like, you see somebody and you watch their videos, and then you get them onto a show and you actually sit down and start like chatting with them. You're like, all right,
Yeah.
all right, this guy's pretty sweet. Let's keep this going. So,
Yeah.
been
Now,
lucky.
Yeah. Now, Steph, you've done some stuff with some advocacy, haven't you? I mean, I saw you're like friends with James Jarvis and stuff in Ohio. I know in Ohio you guys have an excellent organization that James runs.
The OHVTA.
Yes, I mean he kicks ass with that.
Yeah, James is an awesome dude. I just know him from associating with the shop, and the shop is a member of the OHVTA. But every time there was a rally or anything that we were doing Ohio-wise, we'd all travel down to Columbus and see each other there. He's kind of like our face for advocacy here in Ohio. So yeah, he was kind of my like go-to too for like news. Like he would always go live like every day and stuff on his Facebook page.
He hasn't
keep us
done that in a
updated.
while, but
No, but there's not really like a whole lot going on right now. I feel at
No.
least here. I mean, unfortunately we had the nicotine tax pass, which really sucks, like an extra $12 in tax for a 120 mil,
yeah, that's just
so
wrong. I mean, having it that much.
yeah.
Holy cow, this is a lot.
So I just don't think there's really a whole lot going on, and he still has his shop locations too. So I'm sure he's pretty busy with that.
Yeah, every time I'm in Columbus, I'm like, I want to find 30 minutes, and I know I can. I know there's a couple of his shops that I can park close enough to, know, that I won't be in the way. But I just haven't had the opportunity to. I mean, I've met him a few times. I met him in Raleigh. I met him at the rally. I mean, we've communicated a few times. I've been meaning to get him on a stream when we do another hardcore advocacy stream. I definitely want to get him on, and I want to get like Matt Cully on.
He is endless knowledge for sure.
Yeah, now
like
here in North Carolina, we're lucky too. We have Sherwin, who's basically one of the heads of the Vaping Legion. We have the North Carolina Vapors Coalition, and I mean, we are very protected, I guess you could say, as far as on the state level.
It's great, yeah, and that's why I feel like we're really lucky to have the OHVTA, and especially Jarvis. I mean, he's connected and networked so well with so many people, and it shows. Like it's wonderful to have somebody like that.
Yeah, because apparently the lawmakers in Ohio, when that tax was first introduced, they had no idea. They weren't doing the math on it. They had no clue what the hell they were even looking at.
No, but I am still thankful anyways, though, that they went that route and not what Michigan was doing.
Well, Michigan's.
Yeah. Because like it was close, because like it was happening around the same time, and it was just like, oh no. I'm like, keep that over there, please. I mean, it sucks. I feel really bad for Michigan vapors and still with everything going on, but
well, a lot of Michigan stuff got thrown out though, because they realized that Whitmer is just some psycho that her and Nancy Pelosi needs to go sit in a bar somewhere.
I think there's something else going on though, right?
She's probably got some other agenda being pushed.
Yeah, I mean, I think she's kind of busy trying to be president or something now. I think she's trying to be third in line behind Biden and Kamala.
You talking about me? Yeah.
Well, of course, Tam.
Yeah, I'm trying, but nobody will listen to me.
Well, yeah.
So it's not working too good.
No, my internet's acting up. Oops.
That's okay. You only froze for a second, so.
I know. Hi, Tam.
Hey, it's
nice to meet you.
I'm sorry I'm late, but
that's okay.
I wasn't the only one.
Yeah, I was late too, so yeah.
And then I kind of was like, I don't know where Frank is, and I wandered off, and then I came back and was like, oh my gosh, they're live. And so I came back, and here I am.
Okay.
Nice.
Anyway, so
What's up, Canadian Vapor?
Yeah, exactly. Governor Hitler's busy trying to enforce COVID restrictions up there in Michigan. Yeah, she's.
Oh, hi, Jeff Lawson. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Did I close the chat?
Nasha.
Oh no, there it is.
Dude, everybody turned out tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh,
Tammy.
and happy birthday, Addie. Oh my gosh. Oh, and hi, Simon.
And,
Yeah,
and
happy
hi,
birthday,
Simon.
Addie. And
Yeah.
I am so sorry I missed you today on Fresh. We had to go. We picked up my daughter, my youngest daughter. My oldest daughter, I mean, it's just crazy. She flew to Wyoming, no,
Yeah.
Arkansas.
I thought it was Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Oh my gosh, John just heard me and yelled, Oklahoma. somewhere that's not here. And I told her, now's not a time to be traveling. No, I don't usually sit in the dark, but I am right now because I just jumped in and I didn't get anything fixed up. So I met Brienne, that's my daughter's name, the youngest, and her dad at the airport to pick her up. So that was where I was. Anyway, so love you, Addie. Happy birthday.
So now, wait, your daughter's back from Oklahoma now?
No,
she was
left
going
there.
to Oklahoma, right?
She's there now.
Yeah, she left today going there. Yeah.
Yeah, she was there this morning. Well, she left on an airplane. Leaving on an
Going to
airplane.
school or
She's
something?
leaving on a jet
Leaving.
plane.
No, her boyfriend lives
Oh, to
there.
see your boyfriend. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To meet his family.
And she
Yeah.
met him online and stuff, right?
Yeah, it's online, but they've known each other since she was 15.
Oh wow.
Well, no, actually younger than that, probably 14. And she's 18 now.
So now
18
she's
and a
so now
half.
she's legal. So now he's pulling her out there to.
Yeah, and he's 4 years older than her. But in
Hopefully it's only 4 years. Hopefully he's not really 40 years
No,
old.
it is. I saw his driver's license when I met him.
Okay. Oh, you met him in person. Okay.
Yeah, I've met him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank
all right.
goodness.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
because I was just having all these horrible thoughts going through my head because
Yeah, I
this
know,
world
and
sucks right now. So
Yeah, because you think of it and you're like, oh my gosh.
yeah, I'm thinking,
Yeah,
my daughter
I
wouldn't
met
be
him.
doing it.
And he's they go together nice. I mean, they do. Because my daughter is a unique individual, to put it nicely.
Full
But,
moon. What's up,
I'm
Alabama
not being
Vape Mob?
mean. She's a beautiful, beautiful young lady and very intelligent. Just very.
Well, look where she came from. So of course she is.
She's got her own ways. She's just has her own ways, and she's I am so not bossy.
Oh, bullshit.
She is the bossiest. I hear her she stayed here for 2 weeks, She was staying in the other room, and I would be sitting in here, and I could hear her on the phone with him, and she was just bossing him around, and he's like, yes, dear, yes, okay. You need to be brushing your teeth after every meal. What are you doing not brushing? What do you mean you have a cavity? And she's just giving him, breaking him up the coals, and he's taking it like a man.
Well, good.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds great.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm like, well, he's for her if he'll put up with that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Emily, what's up, Emily? Haven't seen you in a chat in a long time. What's going on?
ML Nikon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up, Emily?
Everybody's coming out tonight.
My nemesis, the other half of my
Alright.
soul, and my
close
greatest
it so
nemesis
we
on the
get-
planet, Emily.
Yes, Tim.
Let me get my light on.
I mean, me and Emily, we love the exact same things, except for tobaccos. I like tobaccos, she doesn't. So maybe that's where that's where the split in the soul is. I got tobaccos and she didn't. But and then she also makes fun of me a lot. So I also will never forgive her.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
And Emily.
Yeah, okay, sure you won't.
Never.
You forgave her 5 minutes before you said that.
Never forgive her.
Yeah, but Emily's awesome.
Friction.
Yeah, Emily's good peeps.
Yeah,
I love Emily.
I'm still never going to forgive her, but
okay. So, Steph, you're more of a MTL vapor, aren't you?
It's really funny, just like since the beginning of the year. I mean, obviously, I started with mouth to lung,
Yeah.
so I've always like kind of like liked it, obviously. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, working in the vape shop, I was just like, my go-to is like my 2100 Siege, like some big old aliens in there. And
Yeah.
for the longest time, I was using RTAs. Like my favorite was like the Fatality for a while.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but like probably I'd say like maybe like around February, I started getting back into it again, and it just like
Kind of the same.
now I'm like super obsessed with it again for some reason. I mean, well, I take that back because I've been doing billet boxes for a while, but even my billet boxes, like I'm 50-50. Like it
Mm-hmm.
depending on what bridge I'm using. Like
Yeah.
either I like it like hotter, or I like it like stiffer mouth to lung. But yeah, I'd say right now, definitely, the only thing I have set up is that mech, and it's for tomorrow's show. So so yeah, definitely just on the
Now, do
mouth.
you feel that when you mix, you're mixing more towards mouth to lung style?
I'm just mixing for what tastes good to me.
Mm-hmm.
But my fiance still does 3 milligram, and so I've come up with a couple things that I'm working on, and then like she's come in here and just wants to like test out what I'm doing and stuff, and then she's like,
Yeah.
"Oh my God, that's amazing! Like, can you make me a bottle of that?" And so I made her a bottle of my favorite thing, which I've called Disco Dip, and it's it's not coming through how I want it to. And I don't know if it's the extra nicotine that has enhanced the flavor to the way that I like it, or if it's just like missing something once it gets hotter and more airier. So I have to figure that out because
Well, what's
I'm
the
like,
profile on it? Maybe we can work on it.
um, well, I keep it a secret because like it's my baby, but I'm, it's just basically like I would say like a cookie custard.
Oh, okay.
So, um, but it's just really weird because in mouth to lung, in every single mouth to lung tank that I use it in or device I'm using it in, it's like exactly how I want it to be. And then I put it in that Subohming, and I'm just like, what is going on? It's just weird. So I'm trying to figure that out. Cause like I think I have just been mixing what I like in 6 milligram in a mouth to lung setup. And then I'm like, okay, well, if I want to start like sharing this with people, and a lot of my friends, do 3 milligram,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I want to make sure it comes across like how I want it to everybody. So got some things to work on with that.
Yeah,
It's
Gary
still
says
it
reduce percentages going from mouth to lung to direct lung. It's probably muting. It could be the higher heat could be actually muting some of the flavors.
That's what I was wondering. Yeah. So you think reducing percentages would help that, or do you increase
No,
percentages?
I would no decrease them if you're going to
Decrease
if
them.
you're going to, let's say, a 3 milligram or a 6 milligram, and you're using it at 60, 70, 80 watts, in a
Right.
sub-ohm tank, or if you're dripping it. Yeah, you
Hmm.
definitely knock the percentages down because like Gary said, it could actually be muting because, let's
Wait,
say
when you're going from direct,
if
wait,
you're going
mouth to
from if
mouth.
you're going from mouth lung to a direct lung setup, yes,
Oh, okay. I was thinking you were talking backwards.
Because I use the same VG PG
using
as
the same
well.
ratio.
Hmm. So that's why I was like really confused by it.
Yeah, they did.
I
I
mean,
mean, I'm
let's
thinking. Yeah,
see.
I mean, it could be.
The overall flavor total percentage for this particular one, and it's really only happened with this one. Like I
Mm-hmm.
did a banana bowl flavor, and that one I released to public, and it's fine. But it's just with this one because, and like I said, this one's like my baby, and it
Mm-hmm.
tastes a certain way, and I want it to taste that way.
Yeah.
It's only 10.7% flavorings.
And that's what you're running it in your mouth to lung setups, and it's coming out 10%,
Yeah,
10.7.
yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
maybe. I mean, you
I
could
mean,
tweak it and knock it down a little. I mean, depending on,
yeah.
I
I might try
mean,
that.
without knowing, specifically what you're working on, but it could.
Yeah, I might try that.
Yeah.
I'll keep you posted because
Yeah. I'm
it's something that
curious.
like has been in the back of my brain, and I'm like, I have to work on this because I want to share this with like everybody at one point, and I'm like, I have to figure this out.
Yeah, Full Moon says it could be if there's any sweetener in it. Could be the sweetener could be muting, or if you're using
And that's the
EM.
thing without knowing the ingredients. Like
Yeah, I mean we're just
it's tough to give
Sorry,
you any
I'm
it's tough to give you any life advice on it
yeah.
because
yeah, I'm
like
not
the
hiding it like because I'm being mean. Like I'm just not ready to put it out there yet. And I talk about it a lot, so I feel bad, and I want to make sure that it's like done and
yeah
okay before I do. But
Hmm.
taste is always subjective, so it does,
yeah a
whatever.
lot of a lot of flavors will have sweetener in them, and
Hmm.
depending on how much you're blasting them with, you know,
Yeah.
like higher heats you're getting more of it burnt off as you're vaping, whereas lower heats you're getting more of it in there and it's keeping the recipe
I try to
muted.
stay
Yeah.
lower on sweetener, like
Well,
point
sometimes
two.
it like strawberry ripe, like a lot of people use a lot of like TFA strawberry ripe. There's a ton of sweetener in that
Oh
flavor and
yeah,
they don't
Yeah,
it's
realize how
yeah,
much it mutes,
yeah.
So, things like
I might actually try that. I should
like
just
sugar
try
cookies.
making it without sweetener completely in the 3 milligram and go from there.
Yeah. And see, yeah, I mean, a lot of times you'll wind up kicking things down or up or
Right.
it just,
That's what I'm saying.
it
I
really,
should have just not put sweetener in it at all.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's probably your best thing is mix like one batch and try it with your higher wattage and try it with your lower wattage and see kind of where it's at. And then see if it's the sweetener doing the damage. Because
Yeah.
nine times out of 10, it's sweetener doing the damage in
Yeah.
these recipes.
And I didn't even think about that. And you're probably right. And I like that. Thank you. See, this is why I'm so stoked to like get all the knowledge. I'm like,
oh
please
absolutely.
tell me all the things. When you're mixing, any of you guys feel free to answer. What is your go-to like percentages for sweetener? Or is that something that you like really
I,
take
I,
your
do- I,
time with?
I try not to use sweetener in a recipe unless it really calls for it. And
Yeah.
then I start down low at a quarter and I'll work
Yeah,
my
I'm
way up
about a
from there.
Yeah.
quarter if I use it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for me,
The
like
highest.
I'll mix more towards if I'm throwing it in this, I know that it mutes a little bit, so I may bump the sweetener up a little bit.
Hmm.
So I may go like it seems like lately I've been a lot of my mixes have been 1% TFA sweetener if I'm using sweetener at all. I mean that's what I like that 1%, and with this it seems like it helps everything come through. I mean it's kind of like a cheat,
Yeah.
I see
and
what you're saying.
and it's
But
covering and it's covering any mistakes in my mix because it's going to
well,
mute other stuff out.
That's the highest I ever use sweetener.
Yeah.
I've
yeah,
ever used
I've
sweetener in a
never
mix with
gone.
one.
I'm terrified of it. I'm like I've never gone 1%, and I see a lot of people do, but I'm like
But 1%
point five, point two
uses
five, sometimes
sweetener
0.15.
Yeah.
isn't
So
quite like using
Yeah, it's a weaker
1%
sweetener.
of like super sweet,
No,
It's
yeah.
It's like
Yeah, I know people that throw like 1% of super sweet and everything. It's like, oh,
Yeah,
I couldn't
I remember there
imagine.
was one mix, and actually this mix got a little bit of attention recently because a UK reviewer just did a review on it, and it has 1% super sweet in it, and it totally destroyed the mix, in my
and they
opinion.
smell it's
I'm
like
like goodbye coils.
Well,
yeah,
not even that. I mean, that's all I could. It's like the chemical note in super
yeah,
sweet at
right?
that
Very similar,
percentage is
like
just
a
like,
hot
oh God.
chocolate.
yeah.
And I
So
mean,
what is your favorite?
There's so much else in super sweet rather than just sweetener. Like
yeah,
there's citric acid and there's something else in there. I forget what it is, but it's not just sweetener. So
no,
like
it's
So
not.
what are your go-to sweeteners then?
if I have to use anything right now, I'm using the SSA vanilla sugar just because I like the vanilla note in it.
Okay, I can see that.
For me, if I want to add something sweet, like I love that vanilla, what he was
The
talking
vanilla
about,
sugar, yeah. I haven't used it
and
yet though.
the vape train raw sugar, I love. Oh my gosh, love that stuff.
I saw that last night, and I was curious about that.
Yeah, I just bought it because of Tam. So
Nice.
yeah, yeah. If you hang out with Tam too long, you better have a high limit on your credit card.
Oh
Oh,
my gosh, please.
it's already happening. Like this is such a I hang out with some mixers like pretty often, and
Yes,
yeah.
and flavorous sweetness is absolutely amazing to add.
Yeah, I
And
like
it's
Bubba's. A couple people say VSO sweet, like a 1/4% is perfect for me. I wouldn't go higher than 1/4% of VSO sweet because that is a very concentrated sweetener.
You said 1/4.
Yeah, I wouldn't go any higher than 1/4. 1/4, it's there.
I'm like, I'm taking notes.
Yeah.
This is really good information because like I have probably like 4 different sweeteners and I want to pick
Oh, I
one that.
probably have between Flavor
Well, and
West
there's
sweetener
a
I
lot of
use
good
in
ways to
bakeries and
sweeten
yeah.
without a sweetener,
Mhm.
like Vape Train Golden Syrup.
Yeah.
I was just talking about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that will sweeten things for you
Here,
without.
Tam, you're in charge. I have to use the restroom. Be right back.
Oh shit.
I know TMI.
Oh, I don't like being in charge. Okay.
Oh, it's okay. I won't
Yeah.
bite.
Cam's in charge.
Yes, the VSO sweet is good, but it's very strong. Like
Very,
it's,
very strong. That's like 1 drop.
yeah,
Okay. Cool.
very good stuff though.
See, this is wonderful.
Yeah.
Cuz like I see too, like I try not to read a lot of what other people are doing cuz I like to just like kind of, you know, like come up with some stuff on my own and not like
Yeah, I hear
get
you.
too
Yeah.
swayed and but I am noticing that like the go-to usually is super sweet.
Yeah.
A lot of it, yeah. Just because
Yeah.
it does have a citric acid, so it can brighten a lot of flavors.
Mhm.
So, but I mean, anytime you're adding sweetener, you're gonna mute some notes in your mix. So
The full moon.
Don't listen to anything Kentucky Bill tells you.
I know.
yeah, I'm actually completely the opposite. Like I'm always looking at what other people are doing. I'm always
I'll
checking
get
out what
there
other people's
some I
recipes and
think I'll get there someday, but like so I've been working I have like 50 things going on just cuz like I get ideas and I'm like I got to get this out before I forget it.
yeah.
And so I have like 50 things I'm working on and like some are just total flops and some are bangers and I'm like cool. So like as I've been doing that I've been tasting a lot of the same ones like week by week to see how their flavor profiles are changing and how things are mixing well together and seeing, I like to keep the notes in there, like the private notes, just on my personal opinion. And so finally it got like last week, it got to the point where I was like, all right, I'm tired of all this stuff. So I was like, all right, let's see what's out there. Let's see what people are doing. And I found a recipe that someone did for a jammy dodger.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I've never personally had a jammy dodger because like that's an import thing here. But I was like, that sounds pretty good. I mean, that'll get like mix me up enough to get my taste buds back on track. And so I mixed it up and like just right off the shake, I'm like, man, this is really good. I'm like, it's really good. I'm like, damn, it's like almost like disheartening, but not. But like, I don't know. It just makes me like reevaluate everything I'm doing. I'm like, it's so simple too. It's like 5 ingredients. I'm like, God,
But
Yeah.
looking at that, you get ideas and just
no,
you don't have to copy their ideas, but
right.
you
Yeah.
can be inspired by those to
Hmm.
kind of
Oh
get a
no, I
different
steal
on it.
stuff all the time.
Yeah,
I
and
mean, there is only
somebody owns it, and they could have stole the idea from somebody else.
right, and that's the
Like,
thing too is there's only so many different variations of like a base, right? So it's like at some point you're going to be doing something similar to what somebody else did. And
Yeah.
and even with like stuff that I worked on and I only like put like 5 of my recipes like public just to put something on my page cuz like I'm starting to get onto shows and stuff and just to give people an idea of what I've been doing.
yeah,
And
yeah, you can
I go and look and then I'm like I'll just be randomly looking through recipes and stuff, and I'm like, dude, that's pretty similar to what I did. And I'm
Yep.
like, all
Oh,
right,
I've
it
seen
already
that.
exists out there.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that before with a couple of mixes. I'm like, Then I'm like, you know what? It's probably just
Yeah.
random. So I mean,
yeah.
I'm gonna be the last person to accuse anybody of, I mean, I've seen it in the community. I'm sure you've probably seen it too already, where you have people, oh, that person stole my mix and put my name on it. I'm like,
Yeah, and I
or
don't
put
want
their
that.
name on it. It's like, no.
No,
I
but it is
mean,
nice to get
there may
ideas of
be
what other
one,
people are doing.
there may be one or two mixers out there that might be doing that, but for the most part, it's just because they're there's not too many new mouse traps out there that you're going to design.
I mean, just
Yeah,
made me
that's
so
that's what I was
confident.
saying. Like it's all similar, and I think too, when you hit that search with like what can I make, under my flavor stash or whatever, it's gonna pull up all the stuff that you have that you've been using, right? So then it
Right.
pulls
Yeah.
up recipes, and then you're like, oh yeah, I thought about that, or I thought about that, and
Oh yeah.
eh, yeah,
I mean,
Well, I
granted, I think the last time Tam tried to hit what can I vape, what can I mix? I think that's when ELR crashed for a little bit
Oh,
because
I
come on.
could.
I think
Oh,
it literally smoked the servers.
what's your
you can
flavor
make
stash
all
up
of it.
to?
Oh, she has like 2,600 flavors or something like that.
No,
Dang
it's
girl.
not that. It's over 2 now with what's updated in it. So, but it's not 2,600. But
It's up there.
Woo. I thought, okay, you make me feel better then.
Yeah.
Because the
yeah,
boys give me a
see,
hard time all the time. They're like, oh, she's putting in another order. And then I did another one today that had like 60 things in my cart. And I'm like, it's a rabbit hole.
It is, yeah. Once
it
you get into
is.
DIY, it's easy to jump in that deep end and be like, oh yeah, well, I blinked and I had 500 flavors.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah. It's like
Yeah.
I'm closing in on 1,000 now, and I never thought I'd be there, but it's Tam's fault. So
But it's pretty rad though, because then you're like, I have a taste for this, and you can go over there, or you can look at your flavor stash, and you can like start putting everything together and looking at things, and you're like, yeah, I have everything to make this. Like, that's really where I'm trying to go with it. And like I said too, like sometimes it's nice to just try different variations of this. It might be the
Yeah.
same flavoring, but like you might find that something you're working on like wants that specific like note of that peanut butter or something. You
yeah.
know what I mean?
And it's like I still find myself because like every Sunday I'll sit down here and I'll basically mix for the week. Make sure I have enough juice when I leave the house on Monday.
Yeah.
I have enough to get to get me back home till Saturday, and I find myself using like the same flavors over and over again, regardless.
That's where I was getting stuck with.
I'll mix I'll either
Right.
be in a mood where I'm vaping bright stuff like fruits and stuff like that, or I'm vaping custards.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was for like a month straight, I was doing nothing but fruits, and now I'm
Yep.
back on the custards and like
Gary, I would have thought you've been doing it much longer the way that you talk in the chat.
yeah, exactly. I mean, you're killing it. So like I'll grab
Oh, nice.
my 4 ounce bottle of Lucky Shot, and I'll throw a few other things in it, and I have a custard that, for the next 10 days in a 100 ml bottle. So
Right.
and that's what goes in here, and it doesn't need to be too intricate because I know that
Get out
it's
of my
gonna.
stash, Cherokee Vapor. Just get out of it. I'm closing it. Get your hands out.
Cherokee, what's happening, man?
Yeah, like, and see, that's the thing too, as I'm going along and trying all these things that I'm getting in, right? Like I'm finding my favorites,
Call me. I
and then
can tell you what not to get. I can definitely tell you
I
that.
can tell you, everybody needs a giant bottle of Wonder Flavors strawberry cheesecake.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
that
Holy
is a
shit,
definite.
that flavor.
hell yeah!
Okay.
If you like you don't even have to like cheesecake. If you like strawberry, you have to have that flavor.
Yeah, it's so
I
good.
got their sugar cone today. I'm excited to play with that.
Their sugar cone's pretty legit.
That's what everyone says. So I'm like,
Oh,
yeah.
Fresh, did you get
They
the
might-
SSA? Was it the crisp waffle?
It's a delicious waffle cone.
That's more,
Delicious.
yeah. That's basically what it is. Like it's more used as like
Yeah,
it's a
and
darker
you only have
one.
to use it at like a 0.5%, and it's there.
Nice.
Yeah, it's pretty banging flavor.
Sweet.
Because I was wondering if I could use that to help build up the crisp note like a cannoli.
Ooh.
Down super low, yeah,
Super low. I
Interesting.
need to use it that way.
yeah, a couple drops in a mix.
Oh, okay.
Because otherwise, you're gonna taste nothing but fresh baked waffle cone. So
Oh, so it has.
that's what it is. Remember, you used to be able to get. They might still do it at Dairy Queen, but you used to be able to get the fresh baked waffle cone where they put it in the press,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
waffle bowl.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like.
Oh, damn.
Yum.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, you're
good.
talking about Wonder Flavors, right?
Well, I
Wonder
was
Flavors is
well,
one of my favorite. They're one of my favorite companies because they're inexpensive. They pretty much every flavor is a banger.
Night Zippy.
Night Zip.
Night Zip.
Bye, Zippy.
Don't let any piggies run you over tomorrow.
Remember, everybody, you can get my one shots over at DIY Flavor Chaser, and all the proceeds go to Humane
Mine
Society.
too.
Yes, and I did fix the link in the Stream
Good.
Elements because for some reason I threw a U in there and it wasn't coming up, and
Yeah, she doesn't use the incorrect spelling. She uses the correct spelling.
yes, she does. And someone last
And
week,
all of Tam's proceeds go to Kassan. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yay.
Canadian Vapor, no, well, Wonder Flavor Sugar Cone, that's what we were talking about. Initially, that's what kicked it off. But then we were talking about SSA Crisp Waffle.
I wonder if that's
yeah,
from
because
one
that
of
sugar,
us.
the sugar cone, I've used it a couple times. It's dark. I mean, it's a kick-ass flavor, but it seems like it's dark. It's like you need. I mean, if you're, I don't know if I mean, I guess it's more of a sugar cone, but it just seems like it's just a really dark flavor. And it has some
How
crispness
high
to
were
it.
you using it? You don't have to use it all that high to get sugar cone.
Like one. I mean, I don't think I went crazy with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's been
How
a
do you
while
feel
since I
about
used it, but
how do you feel about that flapper pie? Because I
Oh,
ordered
flapper
that
pie's
today.
Flappy
amazing.
Flappy.
That's what
Oh,
I'm
you need a
hearing.
big
I'm like,
bottle of that.
I'm
Mhm.
I
excited.
did. Yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
I'm excited to play
We
with
did an
that one.
entire show on a Saturday where I made everybody use flapper pie as one of their ingredients, and
Yes.
every single recipe turned out a banger. Everybody's like, "Oh, that was a great show."
Oh
I
yeah.
bet. Yeah, it looks like actually I did a lot of Wonder flavors.
Yeah, the only mixer I've seen that doesn't have any
Okay.
idea what the fuck he's doing with flapper pie is Nick Evans.
Oh gosh, come on. Did you see his hairdo today?
No, I
No.
didn't. I'm glad I missed that.
He did it green.
He did it
Dyed his hair
green.
green? He still hasn't got Nick Evans. If you're watching this, you need to get in touch with me so we can do our face off over at Chef's, man.
Ooh.
Oh hell yeah! Yeah, he needs to come in second place again.
That's right, he does.
He's kind of like Trump that way. It's like Trump lost once, and now Trump's trying to lose a second time. So yeah, I can see that.
Oh, he's in Atlanta. No, we won't get involved. Okay, never mind.
I wasn't sure if he went or not. I heard someone was saying something today, but they didn't finish the story about something about him and the governor down there. It's like I don't know. He was crying about something on there.
He's in Atlanta.
Is he?
Well, not
Oh.
in Atlanta. He's in.
So you're vaping rich cinnamon at 2%. You are more of a man than I will ever be.
Oh.
Wait, I more so want to know what tank you're using.
Yeah.
No, it's got to be. It's got to be.
That thing's mutant.
That's got to be a drifter.
or drip tip. What drip tip are you using?
Yeah. Wow. Rich. Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm learning real quick that things that have a cinnamon note, you do not need a lot of.
No, well, rich cinnamon
rich
is
cinnamon especially.
Yeah, that's one.
I wouldn't even go there because like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'll enjoy a cinnamon from time to time, but like, trying to make a bakery that has a touch of cinnamon or using a graham cracker flavoring that they use cinnamon in it, I'm like,
Yeah,
holy
like
cow, it'll just take over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like cinnamon Danish swirl.
Yeah, Danish swirl. That's the one that does it to me every time. And I'm always like, oh, this is going to be great in here. And then I put it in there and I try to do it even at a lower percentage. And then like a week later, I'm like, hello, cinnamon.
Yep.
Thanks.
Now I don't mind the cinnamon. Like, who is it? Mr. Burgundy's his cereal milk with the was it the graham cracker or the what's that cereal with the graham in it?
Golden grams?
Is it golden graham? No, cinnamon toast crunch. That's it.
Oh, cinnamon toast crunch.
Yeah,
cinnamon crunch cereal.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he
flavor.
Yeah, he has. Well, he doesn't even use that in it. He uses cereal 27. Uses rich cinnamon. Uses some let me pull it up. It's on all the flavors, and I mean it's an awesome. It'll beat you up after a while. Like it was killing my throat a little bit, or at least killing my chest. But it's an awesome.
Yeah, that's the
mix.
thing about cinnamon.
Yeah,
your cinnamon did turn out very well, Swaggy Shane. I really liked your cinnamon. Actually, I should make another run at pineapple upside down cake using the Swaggy cinnamon.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's called toasted. He uses graham cracker clear, rich cinnamon, cereal 27, cream fresh, meringue, toasted marshmallow, and super sweet. And actually made a really nice.
It's gotta be. I'm thinking it might be the 27, because I have some in this, and I'm picking up a little cinnamon in that too. But it's like that nice cinnamon. That's okay. It like falls like nice in there with the cream.
Yeah. I'm gonna put this in the chat for anybody that wants to. That one's the one I found that it's like one of the best uses of rich cinnamon.
Like pastry zest is actually a really nice cinnamon, and that one's actually really friendly.
Nice.
So the
Good.
flavor of pastry zest. That
That's-
also has like a little bit of lemon zest in it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Oh, okay.
I thought of that flavor more for the lemon than I did the cinnamon, but
Yeah, it's got a nice light cinnamon.
oh, okay. That's one of the flavors I
A
bought.
little bit
and
of
it's-
allspiciness to it too.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Yeah, it sat in the drawer, and I don't think I've used it yet for anything.
yeah,
I think I
pastry
bought
zest
This
is
is
really nice in
I
your bakers.
love this.
'Cause
I just love it.
Because I know I've fallen into that trap where I'll see a mix. Oh yeah, I need this flavor for it, and I'll buy it. And then by the time it comes in and I get around to mixing again, I've totally forgotten about it. And it's like, well, why did I buy this flavor again? What was this for?
Okay, this is interesting. On VC Vaping Community, the recipe site, if you put somebody's recipe that you want to mix and you put that you need that in your like need to buy list, it like tells you like what recipe it was for.
Oh, is this
That's
something?
nice.
Is this something you
That's a nice
designed in
feature.
there? Because that sounds like something you probably put in there.
I'm sure. Yeah, I did it. No, this is all Simon and them. So no, I didn't do it. But no, that's what it.
Oh, that's
he did a
awesome, though.
whole tutorial on the site Wednesday night. I didn't.
I know I need
do
to
it.
watch it because I'm getting ready to. I'm like, I need to move my stash over now before I get these like 50, 60 other things.
Over to
Yeah,
over to
well,
VC. Yeah, VC is a
yeah.
really nice site. I just started using it more recently.
Yeah, I've
And-
definitely been playing around on there.
So if you go, well, why did I buy this flavor? It will tell you it was for this recipe. It like. So that's an awesome feature. I was like, that is
yeah.
really cool.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. That is a good one. That's
Yeah.
a good one. So,
Cap cinnamon
that's
sugar.
cinnamon
Yeah.
sugar. The only
Oh,
thing
yeah, that
about
is
that
good.
flavor is it has like a little bit of cinnamon sugar texture. So you like if you don't want that texture, you got to kind of watch out for that.
I used that in an apple fritter about a little over a year ago, and yeah, I nailed it with that. I mean, that was like one of the few apple vapes that I've made that I made more than like 30 mils and actually killed it.
Nice.
I really like that one. Oh, cutting down a Christmas tree with the family. Nice.
Nice, man.
Yeah, we have to go get our tree tomorrow finally, if we can find a decent one, because the wife, she's very picky about her trees. And I think part of the reason why we bought this house was because it has high ceilings, so she can put a larger tree.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as far as fake trees right now, we have at least a dozen that are fully decorated and ready, they're up and going. I'm pretty sure if we went to New York City, she'd probably look at the Rockefeller Center tree and say, yeah, we could do better.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I'm in that weird space where I'm like, am I boycotting Christmas this year? We haven't decorated yet.
Well, I
Yeah.
heard that one thing they're talking about. Was it Saturn? Is it Saturn and Mars that are coming together? It's going to look like the Christmas star. I'm like, oh, fucking great! Jesus is just going to come down. You know what? I'm going to say, you know what, dude? You're a carpenter. I need a deck. Here's a hammer. Here's a water cooler. You need some wine. Have at it, and I'm done. It would not surprise me the way this thing's. Well, Gary,
Yeah,
they're the fake trees. They're not real
just
ones.
the second coming. Like he's just like,
Yeah,
y'all had a good run.
yeah.
It's,
Yeah, he'd come down, look at this shit like, Dad, you really brought me back down here again. Beam me back up because this sucks. Oh, Jupiter and Saturn. Okay, I knew it was something.
Yeah,
It was
they're
something
saying
like
that
that.
going to be the closest they've ever been in our lifetime or something
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, some like I forget how many 100 years they said. He's like, oh yeah, just fucking great. Yeah, come on, bring it on. On December 21st. So get close enough. Probably if you look at the Jewish calendar, that's probably nowhere near Christmas anyway, because I think the way their calendar went, we're so far off, it's not even funny.
I think he was born in like March or April or something.
Yeah,
Correctly.
because the Jewish calendar actually only has 10 months on it. So we've been so far off for so many years as far as their calendar goes, it doesn't matter.
Well, they just coincided it with a bunch of heathen holidays
Yeah.
for them, and Said, yeah, good enough.
Yeah. Then they threw the Canadian holidays in there with it. The the family day and the civic holiday and this holiday and that holiday. Because they have to have one every month because they need it. They're all union
I
up
wish
there.
we
They
had
need a
one
day
every
off.
month.
You're right.
You kidding me? They're doing it right. Actually, Spain does it right. They just take the afternoons off. Fuck it.
Oh yeah.
So, every
Yeah.
day, siesta. We're just gonna shut everything down after lunch, and everybody gets to take a nap. Like, hell yeah.
Sounds great to me.
And I think was it Germany? I think it's like everything shut down for like 2 weeks in the middle of the summer. It's like, sure, why not? It's a good time to do it.
It's beautiful there during the summer. Why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
Cherokee says 800 years.
Okay, yeah. I knew it was something. It was some crazy
Yeah, I
number.
knew it was like something crazy too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Shane.
all the swaggy orders from when we tried to kill him last weekend are going out tomorrow.
No, the Canadian dollar is not worth more than the U.S. dollar right now. I think it's like 75 cents on a dollar, maybe 80 cents on the dollar. It hasn't been the other way around since like 2013, 2014.
And you know the bad thing? I was on vacation in Canada when that was happening.
I was working in Canada for like a year since when that was happening. I would come back to Buffalo, and there was a Buffalo Wild Wings in Niagara Falls that they wanted you to use Canadian money because it was worth more.
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, this sucks. I mean, it just was what it was.
I tried to talk every currency exchange into a 1-for-1 exchange. They weren't having it.
No, I mean there was a couple of places that we were going to in Ontario that they really didn't even want to see American money. They were like, "Why don't you just stop and get an exchange?" Is like, because I don't want to. Unfortunately, one place is closed now. I think it was literally on Lake Ontario. It was a truck stop. That real estate was worth so much more than what it was being used for, and they finally closed up and sold it to a developer. I'm like, I can't blame you, but it really sucks for us. But I mean, it cost them millions to probably reclaim the ground because all the diesel fuel that was probably leaking through the tanks and stuff underground. But they were, they're going to build some high rises right there on the lake, and it's going to be worth fucking millions. And so I broke out my billet box this evening. Not the one I wanted to break out. This is just a cloned one because the other one still had a build in it, and I was just like, oh, I ain't got time to fuck with that. This one has an empty Boro in it. This is the cloned one.
Nice.
Now if I can just find, I don't think I even have any change up here.
Glad you like it, Tuna. Yeah, I was vaping it all day too. That zinger cake, that was so good.
Oh man.
Oh, I saw that mix. I can mix that, and I'm
shaking vape zinger.
I want to mix that because that looks really fucking good.
Okay, yeah. Now I'm gonna try that too.
As Addie Tooney's zinger cake. Oh, and turned out really nice. I'm vaping Tooney on acid right now, aka fishing with Tooney or fishing with Addie, but Tooney on acid. It's better than Nancy Pelosi on acid. Nancy Pelosi on acid.
Yeah, it was. It just.
I love that one.
That was It's just hard when you just see her name on something. It just makes you want to vomit.
Well, that's when she was running. That was when she was running her mouth all the time about vaping. So I decided to name a recipe after her, in the hopes that she would see it and get offended.
He was earlier. I don't like to talk about it. I'm so over it.
A doe, a deer, a female deer.
But the good thing, my daughter here, is she's a new ear for him to talk to, and to listen to his stories.
Yeah.
And so she's like, "Mom, you don't seem so excited." I'm like, "Brian, if you only knew how many times I hear about this, you would know why I'm not excited hearing the story." So you enjoy.
Green Joy it's Inaware pistachio.
Bo said it was pistachio ice cream.
Mm.
Yeah, I always keep forgetting to get that green joy. I'm trying to. I think I tried to look for it at Bull City and they didn't have it, but I
I
might
don't
be
think so.
wrong.
I haven't seen it on there. I've
Yeah,
been
I
digging.
haven't seen it pop up.
I've been digging the Inawera biscuit though. I'm like have
Anywhere
a.
biscuit's a delicious flavor.
I know. I just have a love obsession with it right now.
Yeah.
We still don't
Got
know if
that
they.
lovely
We still.
spice it's got that lovely spice, and then after like 3 days, it just turns into this just amazing butter cookie. It's like, oh, you are so good.
Yeah, I still don't know if they've ever actually changed that flavor or not. Because I have 2 different bottles, and I'm still in the original bottle, and I have another one that's
Supposedly
unopened.
the rumor was that they had to reformulate that one, but I've never tasted the difference. So
Good to know.
Might be like
Oh.
TFA Strawberry Ripe House. Supposedly that was reformulated, but I haven't. I think I finally killed my old bottle, but I don't see a difference.
although you could hit the Autobahn and be in Poland in like 10 minutes, pick it up directly from the Polish vape mafia and drive back.
If your car can handle it. Yeah, this is one good thing about getting the clone from the clone build box. It comes with an Aspire bridge.
Oh, like
I'm-
for a coil.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to use it. I've never actually used it.
Oh, it's a tough one actually.
Is it? I'm
Yeah.
looking. It's like
Is it like the one that has
Reformulation
like
was
3
denied?
pieces?
What does that
oh,
mean?
it's like 2
They
pieces.
didn't? Or
Oh, then that's probably the better one. It's not the one that you have to screw it together inside the burrow because that one's
I
a
don't
pain.
know. I'm looking at it. I'm trying to figure out how the hell it's supposed to go.
Oh, so they said they didn't deny it, Simon? Or they said that they didn't reformulate it? Okay.
oh, it was denied, saying they did. But okay. I have to read it.
Is it reverse threaded? No.
45 minutes, there you go.
There's threading here, so I'm trying to figure out how it goes.
So yeah, you could. Absolutely, Robert Kite. If you wanted to make just a straight mincemeat pie, you could do it with the BSO mince. That BSO mince is just every
hearing-
holiday spice that you ever need.
I've been hearing that too.
It's so good. That was my request. You made that one for me.
I remember when you.
I was really, really pleased with it. It's dark as night though. Tell you what. There it is.
Oh wow.
But
Dang.
it's really good.
Did they deny the milk chocolate fuckery too, Simon? Yeah. It's funny.
Let's see. Is there threads here? I'm trying to see.
Yeah, that Inaware milk chocolate when that went away, that was just a sad day. Just a sad day.
Okay, I think I figured this bridge out. I guess it's gonna go in like this.
Don't forget to lube your O-rings.
Oh yeah.
Make life a lot easier.
Canadian Vapor, there is no syrup, or there is no sub for desiccated coconut,
No.
unfortunately. There's no other flavor. There is no other flavor that does what that does. Raspberry syrup. I mean, find yourself an artificial raspberry. I guess you could do like Flavor West Razzleberry, but it's not going to be the same.
Yeah, that raspberry syrup is strong too.
It's strong, but it's very distinctive.
Mhm.
Was he trying to look for a sub for the SSA raspberry syrup, or
Yeah, he was asking for a sub for the SSA raspberry syrup. I said closest thing I think is probably Flavor West Razzleberry, but
yeah, maybe.
that's not it. I mean, there's still very, very different flavors.
Yeah. Oh, this bridge is a kind of a pain in the ass. It looks like it doesn't want to go through the top. How is this one
Yeah.
supposed to work?
VSO, I actually, when I first moved here, I lived in Sandusky. So every day after work, I had a season pass and I would, in the summertime, because it was really hot, we would just go over there to Soak City like almost every day. And then we'd just walk on all the rides because it'd be like nighttime. I still go though. I didn't this year, but I try to go at least for Hollow weekends because that's the best time.
I don't think I might have.
Do you ever misplace a mod somewhere?
All the
Every
time.
once in a while.
I have.
Sometimes.
I haven't like lately, like really like, but I did today, and it's my Dopo Big one. Odin. I don't know where it is.
My favorite was when I was working at the shops. Like you'd find it behind like the juice wall
Oh,
or
yeah.
in a display case. It's the worst. No, Via, so I live in Cleveland now. So that's cool. Where are
yeah.
you at then? If you're 20 minutes south, what do you like?
He's in Fremont.
Oh, yep. I have a friend that lives in Fremont.
Rin lives in
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Who?
Rin.
Rin vapes.
Oh.
Mistress Rin.
The mixtress.
Yeah,
Oh.
Mixtress.
We
It's
like
fun.
to joke that, we like to joke
Mixing
that
things.
she's been DIYing so long that she invented DIY. So,
Nice.
Yeah. She's pretty
Oh,
awesome.
she's a good one to have close then.
She's
Yeah,
awesome.
oh yeah. She's
Well,
awesome people too.
when COVID's over, we'll be friending out.
Like,
You know what's
Rin,
funny? You know what's funny?
let's hang
For
out.
some reason, recently on my YouTube feed, her old videos, like ego pen
they're
type
popping up?
reviews, are popping up, and
Rins?
Rins. I was
Oh,
just like, I didn't even know about this video. I mean, and they're fucking cool. And she's just like showing, like doing like a show and tell on some like ego pen or something.
yeah.
And it's just like, okay. You can tell she's totally uncomfortable, but it's adorable. I mean, she's awesome. So
Yeah.
I have no idea how this is supposed to go.
She does live on the outskirts. Yep. Outskirts of Cleveland. But she
Yeah.
works from home now, so she goes out bowling. I think that's about what she does.
I miss bowling.
Hmm.
I bowl too. Look at, we're already gonna be besties.
Exactly.
There you go.
She's gonna be like, "Yeah,
Awesome.
join my league." I won't say where she lives, but it's
No.
Cleveland area.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cleveland-ish.
We were actually having a chat about that earlier about Amanda M from back in the day about how dudes started showing up at her work being all creepy. So
Oh,
she quit.
jeez.
She wound up changing her job and quitting YouTube so that people would stop being creepy to her.
Oh, that ain't
Wow.
good.
That's sad.
Right? Because she was
Yeah.
awesome. She's the one that came up with the "What up, tugboat?"
Oh,
yeah.
Addie,
That was
yeah, I
her.
am. Yeah, I'm trying to
So
figure
she
out how to
did.
put this.
Yeah, she did a
together.
video. She did a video that showed where she worked, and like dudes
Oh.
started showing up being creeps.
Yikes.
So she wound up having to leave that job, get a different job, and yeah, so
That's
it's
crazy.
terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. I think I might have it. I just have to think getting this screwed in somehow.
Yeah. I
This-
think that's the one that you gotta screw it together, like inside it.
Yeah, and I'm trying to
Yeah.
get it to like not like just keep turning on me. Because there's like threads. I mean, this one does suck.
It's tough. I was like, oh no. He
Because I
picked
don't
it up.
have any Kangaroo CC coils. I never did get any. And to try to find them right now, it's like you're better off trying to find a unicorn.
You can still get them surprisingly.
The
There's a
the
couple
local
places that
vape
still
shop
carry 'em.
used to have them. I don't know if they still do though. And so I didn't get a chance to. I passed it today. It's like, oh, cool, that place is still open. They survived COVID. But
Nice. The OCC is not my favorite.
no, it's not mine either.
You're
But
much better off with that Nautilus. Nautilus coils are always going to be great.
yeah,
They're,
I mean, this is
they're still great.
This is a 1.8.
BVCs.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, the BVCs are stuff. I remember that made me quit dripping. That when those came out, like I
they're
quit.
still
I quit
good.
dripping for a couple months, just banging that tank out because I was like, this thing is freaking amazing.
Which
They're
tank was
still
that?
good.
It was the Nautilus Mini when the Nautilus Mini came out with the
Oh yeah,
BVC
I've
coil.
got like 5 of those in a drawer.
They still, I
Oh,
think
good.
the new version they just came out still takes the same coils.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like they're just good.
Yeah, this is a 1.8 ohm coil too. So
I actually like the 1.8s in the billet. It's nice because your battery lasts forever.
yeah, you can run it like 10, 11 watts, and
Yeah.
I'm just trying to figure out how the hell you get that to screw down in there. I mean, I can still see threads and I got sticking out the top.
Oh, you're gonna make me dig mine out.
Maybe.
I'm like, I don't even know where my coil thing is.
I'm like trying to like use this needle nose to try like to see if I can get the finished threading down in there.
Lady stalkers, where are they at, Friction?
Yeah, your audio might have kicked over. What did I do with that?
How about now? Okay, there we go. What
It's a little
the fuck is
better.
going on with damn USB?
Oh yeah, I can kind of hear that.
Oh, did it get crackly or?
Yeah, it's like flickery.
Yeah, like helicopters in the background.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'll switch to that one. Is that hot though? Looks hot. Pull it back a little bit. There we go. How's that sound?
It's still doing it.
Yeah, so you're still clipping a little bit.
How about now? Is that
Got
better?
high-speed internet.
Yeah, right.
Still doing it a little bit. Yeah.
Let me go into Zoom.
What's up, John?
Oh, that's probably why. How about now? Is that better?
I think it's a permanent feature.
Oh, really? Because
Yeah.
I just took off. I just bounced off of my regular mic and went to the.
They say they're sounding it's okay in chat though. It sounds good on
Yeah,
YouTube.
they said it sounds okay.
All right.
I can tune it out. All right, I think I found it. Let me take a peek at what we're doing here.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. See if I'm breaking it. In Australia, it's okay. Or
Lando wants you to throw your entire computer down a hill. I'm not sure that's a practical idea, Lando.
no. But Lando is violent though. He's a violent person. So.
He is.
Do you like Nord coils?
The only ones I have are the ones that came with the Nord.
Because this bridge by Signature Tips, the North Bridge, is just a one piece with the Nord coils, and that's a really easy drop-in coil one for the billet.
Yeah, the only ones I got are the ones that Vaporesso sent me to do a comparison. Because their mod is similar to
Smitty,
this
that'll
one.
work. Smitty, you might
Yes.
put a splash of some sort of a bright vanilla in it, and you'll be okay. Do like
Shisha.
0.25% of shisha. Yeah,
Yep.
shisha would be a good one.
So all together, is it looking something like that?
Yes.
So I think what I had to do with this one was, I think you just put this guy, you put the bottom piece on first.
Yeah, I did that.
So like that, and get.
Oh
Yep,
wait, I think I know it. All right, I think I got figured out what to do. But put it in, but don't put it all the way in. And
yeah,
now I was able to get the screw together. You know, I can just
screw
push
it
it back.
together, and then you'll have to push it down. But that is a snug fit.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Snug fit in there.
Will that fit in a bore like that though? I mean, maybe. Let me see. Oh yeah, there we go. That looks like that'll make a connection.
Don't forget to wet it. I'm like, wet it first before try. Not that I'm saying you don't know what you're doing. I'm just being Sally safety.
Exactly. Practical life advice.
I just want to make sure I have it. What mod are you missing, Tam?
The Friction would go look for me. I just said a minute ago. Did you not look at? Oh, maybe you weren't in the room. My
Oh, that can't be right.
whatever it is, the big one I have. The
Odin?
Yes, thank you, Odin.
You're welcome.
With the scene
oh, there we go.
Aromanizer.
I click it enough, it goes down to the
John's
percentage.
like, it's gone. I'm like, do you know? And then I start talking dollars to him. Then he's like, oh, maybe I'll go look. Yeah, the big one, Lando. The big one. We can't lose the big one.
Yeah, I bumped the fire button enough times it goes down. It started out like at 3 ohms. Now it's down to 1.84, so it's close enough.
Oh, I don't think she found it. She went out there.
Yeah, Mikey, 2 stacks. That's not a
No.
bad purchase anyway. Flavorless white cake is really nice.
Oh, I have that one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Ooh, that's one of the ones I ordered today too. I'm
Yeah.
stoked for this second order to come in.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet.
I'm just pissed that I didn't do it for Black Friday.
Yeah, you'd be right.
That's where we killed
Yes,
Sway's
I
game.
do want the big one, but I want the big vape, not just the vape, the big mod with the tank. That's all I want.
Put this back out of here.
Fiction loves your snake bites, he says, Disco.
Oh, thank you. I've had them for a very long time, and now I'm in my mid 30s, and I'm like, should I take these out? Like, are they? But I'm like, I get attached to my piercings. I mean, you pay to get them done,
Well, yeah.
Exactly. That's good money.
right? I'm like, I'm gonna get my use out of them.
I'm trying to think, what would be I'm almost thinking for a low wattage like this, I'm almost thinking something like coffee.
Ooh.
Coffee would be good yeah, because you can't push it enough to burn it.
No.
Are you a tobacco person at all too? Because
A
that
little bit,
Tobacco's
but
always
I
go up.
pulled some tobacco. The coffee would be good.
We do a coffee tobacco.
can do
Ooh,
that too.
yeah.
Like I had a guy the other day. He was asking me because a friend of ours, his wife, all she vapes is this one that's like a Marlboro Light, and that's all she
Oh.
vapes. And she's been vaping it for years, and she loves it. And I guess the company that makes it didn't file a PMTA, so they closed up. So
Oh.
I'm finding that a lot lately. I'm having people sending me, "Hey man, do you know how to mix such and such?" I'm like, I never heard of it. And you give me a profile, and I might be able to do something with it. Like last week, it was a peach mango on ice and the guy wanted 35 milligrams. I'm like, okay. So I mixed it up for him, and I
Like
haven't.
Nick salt though.
Yeah. I haven't had a chance to give him the bottle yet to get him to try it out. He's like, "Oh, what do I owe you for it?" I said, "Well, let me see if you like it first. If you like it, then we'll talk that." Especially if it's one that the company went out of business. And I just went like stupid with the percentages and stupid with the cooling and stupid with the sweetener, and he's throwing it in a Nord anyway, so it's not like he's going to really taste it.
That's awesome, Ross.
Or not in a Nord. I think he's doing something lower than that. What I miss? Oh, that's awesome! Wow, 455 days.
Yeah, but that's why microchipping is really cool, especially when vets check for it.
Yeah, we had our one male cat. He's 10. He disappeared back in April. We saw him on the security camera like 2 days later that he tried to get back in the house for a minute. Instead of just hanging out, wait until morning, he split. And because it was like at 4 a.m. somehow, one of my daughter's friends like opened the door and he got out. And we're hoping he didn't make friends with a coyote, but
My sister, they lost their cat, and 6 months later, on a random neighborhood site, like
we have all the neighborhood sites. We've searched a bunch of times, like oh, it might be him here, it might be him there, and it turned out to be this other cat.
But he was like a half hour away too, and someone took a picture of him, sent it to my sister, and she's like, "Oh my God, that's our cat!" And this is like their
Aw.
cat they moved from
1-year-old.
Virginia to California with. So like,
Oh wow,
he just left for 6 months, and now he's back.
there you go. He says, "Screw you guys. I'm chilling for a while."
I know.
Yeah, I definitely want to do something with coffee. Friction was 9 in '93. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, Frank,
guys.
we're old.
Quit reminding me, Tam.
Well, that right there reminds us, right there.
I know.
Right there. Right there. I can't even talk. I don't even know. I'm really upset about my Odin, whatever. The big one.
Which one is it? Is it the
The big one. The Odin, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, it's like that kind of like the Hadron type, right?
Yeah, like it's big like that, yeah. It's one of the only other ones that holds the big tank.
Yeah, when
you know, like
SXK. Yeah, there we go. Insider V2. What's up? The airflow inserts. I don't have that one. I have an original Insider, and I actually kind of like it.
Yeah. I don't have an SXK Insider.
See, Simon, you're always looking out for me. Maybe that's why I lost it on purpose, because I wanted the DNA version. I have the DNA versions in the 75s, but not in the 200. But oh god, but that's just but I didn't want another tank. Are you gonna send me yours, Simon? That's what he's gonna do.
Steph, what do you think I should do as far as with that Nautilus? Go 50-50, or think I can get away with still doing 70-30?
60-40.
Yeah. I would cut the
60-40?
difference and go 60-40.
Yeah, that was kind of
65-35.
Yeah, I'll go 60.
I don't know.
Well, you definitely don't want to go too high because it's the 1.2.
1.8. Yeah, it's really
1.8. Yeah.
You're probably right, Simon. A deer will be vaping on it in a little bit.
Yeah.
Was that what happened to it? John left it in the woods?
Yeah, probably. Don't think he hasn't done that before, hid them from me.
Let's see. VSO espresso at 1.5, because I do want to go a little heavier.
Are you doing a coffee or coffee tobacco? What'd you decide?
I'm gonna do. I want to do like a coffee with like cream and sugar.
Oh, okay.
See, my favorite is mouth to lungs in the morning with my coffee. Like there's nothing like it. So good.
Let's see. Yeah, VSO espresso at $1.50. Cream milky undertone at 2.
Oh, you are vaping off a bridge though.
Yeah, that's why I bumped it up a little bit.
That's high.
Oh yeah, it's
really high for VSO espresso.
Yeah.
What are you using it at?
1.5.
Oh, okay.
My favorite with a bridge, especially with a 1.8.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I figure it's only going to be like 14 watts at the most.
Right.
No, I don't want to do this.
Let's see. What else do I want to throw in here?
Yes.
Maybe some fresh cream? Or maybe a little caramel? Make like a caramel espresso?
No, and that's what I need. It's one that has like a tracking device on it.
Yeah, the tile square for vape.
Ooh, here we go. Caramel coffee with sweet milk. Perillum.
Yeah, caramel coffee with
don't
sweet
make
milk,
my
yeah.
recipe.
That's a great.
Have you ever? Have you looked at my recipe in my all-day coffee?
No, I haven't.
It's espresso. Well, okay. Add some vape train milk froth to it, also with the with the milk coffee and cream and the whatever it is. Yeah.
I have the VSO. Yeah, I have the VSO. I have the milky underpants.
Yeah. I don't know if I put milky underpants.
The sweet milk, caramel coffee, sweet milk. But I was looking to see if Then I get like a milky. I got some caramel from SSA that I haven't played with yet. What did I get? Oh, the milk,
Yes,
the
I
milk,
did, Simon. Oh my
the
gosh.
caramel biscuit and the milk with caramel cream. What's this milk and caramel cream? What's that like?
Oh, the SSA,
Yeah.
really nice.
Yeah.
It's a really nice. It's
You
just like
think,
it's kind of like a melty caramel milk.
so it'll probably pair well with the caramel coffee. You think?
Yeah,
Oh,
if you
thank
want
you,
to kick that
Natalie.
caramel up pretty high.
It's
Yeah.
not very original though, because
I
it's an
like.
easy one for people to come up with, but it's really good.
Oh, I'll leave
Is
that at
it weird
one.
that whenever I'm working on a cream or a milk flavor, I love using that one-on-one marshmallow?
Not
No,
at all.
that's such a great
No.
mouth flavor, and
It's so good. Like I love it with my creams. Like it just does something nice.
Actually, you know what? Now you said that, I'm gonna throw a little bit of marshmallow vanilla in this.
That's what I was gonna suggest it, but I was like, I don't know.
Use that as a sweetener,
I just I
and to
feel
go
like
with the espresso and the caramel. Oh yeah, this is
I
either
feel
gonna
like
be
the new
really
thing.
really good or this is gonna be really really bad. But we're gonna find out. Some flavors.
Fingers crossed. I got to figure out something to do with the purple rain because I want to get something going with that soon too.
Purple rain.
Since we can't get like other lavender stuff here.
Yeah, you can get
You mean the
FA
Inaware
lavender.
Purple Rain?
You can get anywhere. I mean, you can get
I
That's
have that. I have it.
FA lavender.
you can from
Yeah.
where?
Bull City.
Really?
I think that's where I got it from.
Yes, yeah. VSO
Yes.
is
Oh yeah, VSO lavender now too. Yeah, you're right.
it's a good lavender too.
There's my caramel coffee with sweet milk. All right, VSO espresso.
Yeah. LAVENDR.
There it is. Nailed it.
I don't see it on Bull City.
No? Okay. Maybe.
No. I think
Okay.
Purple Rain was the closest I could get to it because I was trying to make think about making those like they're like an after dinner mint but lavender
Yeah.
candy.
Yeah, that's what he's using, Gary. Yeah.
What's that?
The caramel coffee with sweet milk
Yeah.
with VSO espresso.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Must find it now. No.
I have a question for you, Tam. What is your favorite go-to flavoring of all time?
I have so many.
I know it's a tough question to ask, especially for you.
Yeah. I have a few like
Okay, top 4. That'll help.
top 4. Okay, well, and I'm sure it will change. This answer would change from week to week, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Or could be even from day to day. It could change. But okay, Flavora Boysenberry is right up there. I love dark fruits, like deep fruits.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alvin, top 40. There you go. I could spill that off in a minute. So if I have to pick, like Flavora wise, I'm gonna go boysenberry, jammy berry. I love those 2 berries, and Flavor West. Holy hell, I gotta have, and I have like big huge bottle of wild berry cobbler. Like this is small.
Ooh.
I have a huge one. Like
Mhm.
I like love this stuff. This is like I can mix it with other berries or custard or graham crackers, whatever. This is like
What notes is
have
it
it.
on its own? Out of curiosity, because it's a cobbler. So,
What's that?
what does it come across on its own? Just curious.
Very
Have a go, Lando.
like a deep boysenberry-ish. Not a lot of. There's a little bakery in the in the flavor, not a lot. So
Okay.
you really have to build on it.
Nice. Okay.
So you can go a lot of different directions with it. But also I have like tons and wonder flavors, like strawberry custard. No, cheesecake, strawberry cheese. Is it cheesecake? Yes. Not custard.
Yeah, is that what he was saying earlier, I think?
Yeah, that one. And Vape Train honeycomb.
Oh.
Oh my gosh. Peaches, all the peaches. You gotta have all the peaches.
Peaches for Tammy.
Mhm.
Wow, and what just so many. I mean, they're just all over my desk. Oh, I gotta have mom and pop's cookie. No, caliper chow.
Oh, that's what Net was telling me about.
Who's this?
Net reality.
Graham. Net reality.
Graham.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, I found this stuff probably in 2017. I was mixing up a recipe from, I can't remember what she goes by now. She's on ELR. She's a UK mixer back
Oh,
back in the. Do you remember her name?
yeah. Oh, shoot. She was on
Anyway.
Vaping Home. She was part of Vaping Home Mixers.
She was VHM Vaping Home
Yeah.
Mixer.
Ella Shortbread, right?
Yeah,
So
Ella
that's
Shortbread
that's what her famous for. Yeah.
And so I bought that to mix one of her other recipes, and I loved it so much. I was like, okay, what can I do with this? And oh my gosh, I just like fell in love with it. It's just amazing stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely one I want to try for sure.
They have it at Chefs and Num Nums. Other than that,
I know. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna be
but I
shelling
have
out.
like tons more. But right now, that's what I'm spilling out.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll be. Oh, liquid bar and ice cream. Everybody's gotta have that.
Yeah, everybody has to have big bottles of liquid bar and ice cream.
That's what I ordered today too.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
excited
that's
for
a
that.
staple. Yep.
Oh, look at you, Sophie. Your all-day vape green. Ah, interesting. Your
Oh.
2% rich cinnamon with the caliper chow. Wow.
I just can't get past 50% cinnamon.
I know.
So that'd be a pistachio cinnamon, and then the caterpillar chow. Yum. That sounds
No,
good.
I'm thinking it's just cinnamon with pistachio and caterpillar.
2% cinnamon is like.
That's like, are you talking a 10% dilution? That's still pretty high.
That's still really high.
Yeah.
I have an idea from it. Let me get.
No, really? Wow. Jesus. Oh, 2 different all-day vapes. Okay, my bad.
Is favorite.
They're all different. Okay.
Oh, not all together.
I was gonna say. I mean, okay.
It's like, yeah, it's pistachio cinnamon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Although
well,
I'm sure you could make that work somehow.
22.7.
Fresh, what's your
oh,
favorite flavor of 2020?
Favorite flavor of 2020?
VSO Huckleberry.
Yeah, VSO Huckleberry.
Since it was Shane that asked if everyone was well.
Oh gosh.
Oh, that was Shane that asked that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Of course it was. Yeah, VSO Huckleberry.
Red raspberry from VSO. Amazing.
That was last
And-
year though. Red raspberry, wasn't it?
I don't care about this year. It's still one of my favorites. And there's a raspberry from. Oh shoot.
I'm really sad. Like I'm getting sad. I really need to try some VSO.
Yeah.
Just drive up there and radius
Yeah,
shack.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be armed though, because he will be.
Yeah.
See, look, DSO, red raspberry is this year.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
All right. Well, I was wrong. I'm allowed to be wrong.
The majority of his flavors are this year.
Yeah, they
actually.
are. I mean, he's been crushing the game this year.
Don't correct me, Frank.
I should have known better. You're right. Don't beat me too bad. Leave something for Beth to beat on.
I shouldn't have said anything though, because I am going to be on the noted flavors of the year show here shortly. So maybe I should have just shut my stupid mouth.
I haven't tried that, Gary. Who is the? I can't think of my raspberry that I love.
Jeez, that's a lot of PG. All right.
Let's see.
Late. I mean,
Put a little bit more.
my brain's like, I'm not talking to you. Oh, crumbled topping.
Oh, this smells really good. So this may not suck.
Aged bourbon cream from Wonder Flavors.
Oh. Nah, the one that you can't get anymore, I think is still the best aged bourbon cream. I like Wonder Flavors, but I still like the other one.
No.
Real flavors.
Yeah, the fake, the one you can't get anymore. Because who wants to order from Canada?
Yeah, 101 strawberry.
Might as well not exist.
Yeah, I picked that up. I actually am trying to think of something to use that in as well.
What's that? The aged bourbon cream?
No, the 101 strawberry jam.
Oh, you
Oh,
can
you
use that
said
in
anything you need strawberry for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
So
one's
good.
awesome.
Yeah, we discovered that one. I think that one kind of started making the rounds this year.
Yeah, I bought it.
It's been out for a while, but like it started getting super. Somebody did something with it. They got it super popular.
Nice.
Taking away, everybody's stealing my secrets. Although I've been trying to tell people for a while, 101 doesn't. They do not fuck around when it comes to a strawberry.
No.
Because their strawberry ripe is better than anybody else's strawberry ripe.
That's one of them flavors. I bought it and I have not used it.
Boom.
What are you whipping up down there, Fresh?
So I did 3% VTA yogurt drink, which is a lemon, like a lemon. It's a like a creamy lemon drink that you could get. I drank a lot when I was over in Korea. Creamy
Yeah, it's the
yogurt
digestive
drink.
drink, right? Yeah.
Yeah, really
That
good.
stuff's good. I like it too.
That's what it did. Yeah, so that's what the Vape Train yogurt drink tastes like.
Cool.
But then I did 0.5% of raspberry syrup by SSA, 1/4% of raspberry Melina by Inawera, and 0.5% of strawberry cheesecake by Wonder Flavors.
Ooh.
So
You think it'll come out like Froyo?
I'm hoping.
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
I'm hoping that, because I know that cheesecake is going to add some extra richness. Not that the yogurt drink needed too much extra. That's why I only used a half that, and it's pretty concentrated flavor. But yeah, then the 2 raspberries for a raspberry jam on top of it.
Yep.
So
Sounds like something I would enjoy as well.
get my people. What's happening, everybody? I won't go full fresh in the kitchen. I don't want to scare too many people.
I went 5 milligram on this because of running it such a high coil. And I think maybe I should have went 4. I don't know. This didn't turn out too bad.
Nice.
I may have to throw this in a pod too, see how it turns out.
Are you a bakery person in the morning?
Usually. Well, I like bakeries, custards.
Hmm.
I mean, I've gotten to the point. I mean, I'll vape them all day long, but
Yeah, same.
with a cup of coffee, yeah.
But with coffee, yeah. I was stuck on like a RY4 butterscotch for the longest time with my morning coffee, and now I've switched over to
Was
like a
it
custard.
was it the Glass Basics?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. It's one of my favorite recipes that I've developed. Is inspired by that one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
mean
have to look at it.
it has way too much flavoring and way too many flavors in it, but I'm afraid to mess with it because when I do, it just doesn't taste as good. Because
Hmm.
it was one I made in like 2018.
Yeah.
But I went through before I finally got tired of it. I had vaped like 2 liters of it.
Yeah. I get it. They all play like that profile plays so well together, and it's so good with coffee. Like it's just made
Like
for
I've
it.
even tried like because I have like Flavor Art vanilla bourbon in there or Madagascar one of
One
those
of
two
the
vanilla.
two.
Yeah,
Yeah. Those are
off the top of my head.
the
Like a
And I think I've actually switched them out before by accident and didn't really tell a difference. And it has Flavor West butterscotch at like a obscene level. And like the Flavor West sweetener that's in it's a little higher than it needs to be, and I've actually lowered it in other mixes. And I have yes, John Vapes. The SSA is at Bull City. They had last I checked there was like 95 of them
Yeah.
there. I'm not sure if that's the entire line, but I bet
There's
it's
a lot of them.
yeah, it's like it's at least three pages. I just went through it today, I think.
Yeah, that might be the entire line. I'm not quite sure. I haven't looked over on
Ooh, that's
Mullenberry or wherever else you could find them.
Oh, I got a question for you. Where should I get nicotine that is not peppery in our area?
Carolina extracts. You're gonna pay out the ass for it, but
Liquid
you'll thank
Barn
me.
is excellent.
Liquid Barn's
Yeah,
a good one too.
I was gonna order from Liquid Barn, but Bill was like, "You should ask when you go on the show because there might be something closer."
Well,
Um,
Carolina extracts is right here in Wake Forest, North Carolina. You get it probably in about a week, maybe a little
And
bit
what
less.
website do you get that off of?
Carolina
Yeah,
extract.
you order right from them. They have a 120 ml sample bottle. They call it. It's pharmaceutical grade. It's not cheap.
It's like that.
Yeah, but it's really really good.
Liquid Barn sells Chemnovatic, so does Liquid Nicotine
I get the
Wholesaler.
Chemnovatic version at Liquid Barn, and it's excellent. And I got it like in a few days.
Yeah, I get this one from Liquid Barn. The red was it? Then it just says the nicotine solution on it. I'm not sure
Is
which
it
one
like
this is.
the C and T or
Yeah.
something like that?
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I was
this
gonna
one's
get
fine.
because I mean, I'm being super lazy and I'm using their bases right now, and I'm like, okay,
Nothing
I'm
wrong with
wasting
that.
money. Yeah, I know, but I'm like, okay, I'm wasting money at this point because now I'm like just mixing so many things, and I'm like, I need a more efficient way of doing this. So I'm like, I need to suck it up and get the liquid nicotine. But I used to get Liquid Barns before, and I remember it not being like that, but I figured I'd just ask you just to see what's
Yeah,
out
I
there.
just
It's
got
like
mine. Where did I
Yeah,
put
they've
it?
got two different brands over on Liquid Barn. They've got
The
what is it,
regular and the CWN, which is
CNT is that's the
like the
Chemnovatic. But
Chemnovatic one. Yeah.
what's the other one? What's the other one they have
I
there? The
forgot
Mixed
what
Black?
it.
I didn't see another one when I was looking today, but I don't know.
They have two different ones though. Yeah, one's a little bit cheaper, less expensive.
I would probably just go with that CNT. Is that one
Yeah,
good,
it's
That
you
one
think?
is excellent. I really
Yeah.
like it. I've used
yeah.
it.
If I'm not doing Carolina extract, that's the one I pick up. And then always get it in PG. I'm sure you know at this point.
Yeah.
Always get your
Yeah.
nicotine in PG. Otherwise you get those forearms of stone from
It
pulling.
sucks because from mixing before, I have two big things of li- Liquid Barns nicotine in my freezer. And I'm like, I don't know. It's been frozen this whole time, but I'm like, I don't know.
as long as it's been temperature controlled and out of
It's
daylight,
it's
it
moved
should
from
still be.
house to house in the freezer. Like it's always been frozen.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, I
It's
would,
still it's
I'd give it
still
a shot.
vacuum sealed. I pulled it out today because I was
The
talking
worst
to the guys.
thing that would be is that it's lessened in strength. That would be probably the worst.
yeah.
Okay, because it totally says on there like Best Buy something 2017, and I was like,
Wow.
Oh, yeah. You're talking that
But
far back.
eh.
Yeah, I mean, try it in a small batch and just see what it's like. I mean, that's the only thing you could do.
Yeah, it might be VG based too, because I mean it's like frozen solid.
Then it's VG
Oh,
based
then
because
it's probably-
PG doesn't freeze. At least not at
Yeah.
Not like that.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta get super. I mean, I don't know how low you need to go to get PG to freeze. Probably worse than a zippy winter.
Well, I mean, to be fair to the critics, it does have a little bit of a antifreeze property. So PG doesn't
Yeah.
freeze. Not like that. Not at that temperature anyway.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, like if I squeeze it, it's like icy,
Solid.
like
Yeah.
a slushy.
Yeah.
It's like
just let
I
it
don't.
sit out and
It's
thaw
like
before you
totally.
use
It,
it.
it sucks because it's like brand new and it's still in the vacuum sealed bag in a Ziploc bag. Like it's just been sitting there from when we were mixing before, and I'm like, but Best Buy 2017. I don't know.
Yeah.
It sketched me out.
That should be all right.
I'm still gonna order some. I'm gonna look at this Carolina. I'm excited about that too.
All right, Shane.
Yeah, the only thing I ever do with Carolina extract is I get their 120 ml sampler. That's all I ever buy from them at a time. I
Yeah,
don't
that's what
go
I
in for the
bought
big
from
ones.
them.
Yeah.
I don't
You-
go in for the big ones.
Yeah, and you do the 10% 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool.
But can I tell you that it tastes better than
It's
whatever.
way better than anything else out there. There is no taste to it at all.
No, it's smooth. It's super smooth.
See that? I think that's what I'm after too.
Yeah, I haven't had
I'm really
it.
picky.
I probably haven't had it in over a year, and I kind of miss it. I still may order some, even though I got like an entire liter of like Nick Rivers, or River Supplies nicotine here, and
But like I said, as long as it's temp controlled, it's out of the light. I mean, you don't have to worry about nicotine that much.
no.
So
I'll
it'll
defrost
it'll tell you for sure when it's bad.
Yeah, I'll defrost it, see how it goes, maybe. But I
Yeah.
still want to have some on the way backup. I still got. I have a
Yeah.
bunch. I have a couple of these to go through. So
Yeah, I just I'll buy, like, if I'm gonna buy a liter, I'll just get a liter and I'll put it in the back of the fridge. So
okay, that's probably what I was gonna do anyways.
Natalie says she gets a distinct taste from Carolina.
I've never
extract?
gotten a taste from Carolina. Wow, Natalie, she's got better taste buds than us.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious, Natalie, what would you describe that taste as?
Clean. I don't
Yeah,
know.
right.
Yeah.
Because their nicotine is,
It's as clean.
Squeaky
Yeah,
clean.
it's the cleanest thing I've ever vaped. Tastes like tobacco. Interesting.
Well, that I can
I've
deal
never
with.
gotten a tobacco note out of it.
But worst case scenario, that I can deal with. I can't
Yeah.
do the pepper.
Odin
it's
says
def- no,
sweaty
it's
feet.
yeah.
Are you talking about mango flavors, Odin? Sweaty feet.
Yeah, right.
Huh. I would have gotten in touch with them, Natalie, or you can still get in touch with them.
Yeah.
Because I've
Later, full
I've
moon.
never gotten that out of it.
All right, full moon. Good seeing you,
Have a
brother.
good one, full moon.
Later, full moon.
Oh,
What,
Net's
maybe?
still here.
Yeah, I didn't see how
She's
bad.
having a
Damn, Net. Probably
I
breakfast time.
know.
there's a night terror kitty over here. Come on, baby.
She have night terrors. All.
Come here. How did you pull my jeans out of the laundry? Come here.
Was
Okay.
what from Nick River Supply?
Let's-
Cherokee. Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have anything from there. You talking about these? These are from Liquid Barn.
Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, I was just looking, seeing full moon and shit. I had to look and see what Alabama did to LSU. Ooh, that's bad. They covered the spread, that's for damn sure.
There we go. You okay?
And Clemson put a hurting on Virginia Tech. Ooh, but Coastal Carolina beat BYU. Yes. That's awesome.
VG.
I
I'm
know.
slow. I'm sorry.
Talking college football, nobody else here gives a shit. But
Poor
I
thing.
mean, it's like our biggest week in Ohio starting up, isn't it? Michigan, Ohio week.
yeah, probably. But that hasn't been. That actually hasn't even been a game for years. Ohio State just destroys Michigan every year.
I thought last year's, weren't they close maybe? Something? I think
I
got
don't
close
think
last
so.
year.
The score might have been close, but it might have been one of them ones where Michigan State might have scored in garbage time.
Yeah.
Now, but Coastal Carolina, they were supposed to play Liberty University today, but Liberty, I guess they had too many COVID cases or whatever, and they bounced from the game. So BYU stepped in and came all the way across the country from Utah to play today. And BYU is a huge favorite because they're like ranked 13th in the country and they have a lot tougher schedule.
Yeah.
And Coastal beat them.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So Myrtle Beach University kicks ass again. They're 10-0 now.
I saw something about that high school player. The whole team got removed from the playoffs because he tackled the ref or something.
Oh yeah, it was in
You saw
Texas.
that.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
ooh,
That
can't be
kid.
doing that.
Man, that kid came unglued.
Mm-hmm.
Fix It Danner, what's going on? Fix It Danner, I haven't seen you in a hot minute. I haven't seen you since like the overdose vape days. I don't know where Travis has been.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Vapor's Tech.
Vapor's
That's
Tech
where
is
I
full.
got this bottle. That's Kim Novatic.
Vapor Sick, they shut it down, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yep. I think you can still pick up Chem Novatic at Liquid Nicotine Wholesaler.
That's what I was thinking. I saw it somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm still just glancing around the room like, did I sit it on a shelf? My big mod.
I hate that, yeah.
And, that's what'll happen. I'll like be like, oh my God, it's on a shelf,
Or it's in your bathroom.
Yeah, I thought about that too.
Did you take?
Is it in your freezer?
It's in the shower.
Oh, congrats!
Yeah, it's
Congrats,
in the
Dan.
refrigerator, yeah, or something.
Say, did you go vooping?
The shopping was fine. It was the checking out that sucked. Like the store was fine, but there was just massive lines to check out everywhere. So but we actually lucked out and they opened a line right next to ours and we ran over and we were like third in line.
Nice.
I went and looked in the bed before I came here because I took a nap. I'm like, I don't think I would have like put it under the cover.
You never know.
But I didn't see it under the cover, so it went.
Ooh, Sunday roast. I want to be over at Robert Kite's house.
Yeah, me too.
That was one of the that was so good in Scotland when I was visiting. Went for Sunday roast. Oh, it was ridiculous. Found this nice little restaurant. Like, where were we? I think we were in Aberdeen at the time.
Oh, Nick Vape is back to shipping to the US?
Yes, Nick Vape is back shipping to the US.
Nick Vape is in the US though, aren't they? Aren't they like right here, like South Carolina?
Yeah, but they cut it off. Like they weren't doing anything. So as soon as they came back up, I was like, give me some of that old fashioned donut, Nick Vape. Because that old fashioned donut, nobody else makes that. Nobody else makes a flavor that actually tastes like an old fashioned donut besides them.
Really?
Yep.
Yum.
It's really good.
Make him hungry. Vape hungry.
I still have Swaggy's Boston cream donut I still need to mix.
Oh, that's so good. That's a good one.
How is
That muffins
the
are banging.
sorry? How's the billet going?
Pretty good. I say, I think 5 milligrams. Actually, I'm feeling 5 milligrams. It's weird. I guess because I've been down to 2 for so long.
Oh yeah.
But I'm only doing. I actually lowered the wattage a little bit. Went from 11 to 10. It seemed like I was getting a little bit of a burnt flavor off this
Yeah.
bridge. I mean, I let it sit for a little bit before I.
A
started hitting it.
1.8. I'd probably even do 9.
Yeah.
You'd probably be fine with.
But it's still coming up like 4 point something volts. 4.2.
Yeah.
Red Baron, probably not. Not the way things are going, man.
Yeah, Max. I guess because we started late and we're just rock and roll. Holy shit! It's after midnight. Damn.
It is. Yep.
This didn't turn out too bad. I
What'd you
did
do?
Kimnovatic vanilla pudding.
Okay.
Yummy
What
already.
did I? Oh, I did 3%. I did. 0.6% red burley, Flivora.
Oh, okay.
1% jungle flavors cookie. And I added 1% of candy cocoa from SSA,
Oh, I didn't get that one yet.
which is like chocolate, cocoa, something weird, but it tastes really good in here.
Yum.
Yeah. It's like a chocolatey, tobacco-y, coffee-ish.
Got all them dark notes.
Oh yeah.
I'm waiting for my coffees to come from Bull City.
What's up, Dimland?
I'm finally gonna dip my toes back over there.
Which coffee did you get?
I did let me see here.
The Wonder Flavors Brazilian?
I think it was something like that. Let me double check.
Pretty
I'll
good
look at my
utility
order.
coffee.
Yeah, Wonder Flavors Brazilian's good.
Yep. Wonder Flavor Brazilian. That's what
Yep.
I did.
It's pretty good
Sweet.
utility coffee. I'd put that
Good.
probably, as far as like the utility coffees, and by utility I mean you can just kind of use them for whatever.
Yep.
I'd
That's
put
what
that,
I was hoping for.
I'd put that one probably second behind the BSO espresso.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Vape Train Hard Cracked Coffee is Max's favorite coffee.
That's a good coffee flavor, actually.
Yeah, what's his name? My boy, Nick Evans. He did a coffee recipe with that, and they made fun of him forever. Yeah, there's no coffee in it, and you're calling it a coffee, but he used hard.
I mean, people have been doing that forever, though. They'll use like flavorless hazelnut and call it coffee, and if you don't, if nobody tells you the difference,
you're not going to taste it. You're not going to tell.
You're not going to really taste the difference.
Wonder Flavors roasted pecans. Yeah.
It's been a really long time since I vaped a coffee flavor. I'm curious if it has the same effect as when you smell coffee beans when you're smelling perfumes. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I know what you're saying. Like, I know what you're saying.
Like a palate cleanser. Because like I usually go to like menthol for a day or two to like cleanse my taste buds. But I'm wondering if a coffee will do that.
I usually do spearmint and cream.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do to cleanse. Once I've killed every strawberry taste bud I have.
I'm starting to have that with custards, and I'm like, no, please, no. I need to be able to taste those.
What percent are you using in that, Matt?
Yeah, you might be using it too high because I haven't had that experience at all with the Brazilian. I know if you go crazy, you might get burnt popcorn, but
I think someone else was saying something about it something tasting like popcorn.
Might have been Grim. He likes to vape his coffees way too high. Way too high.
Grim Green.
Oh no.
Some people just get that. It's not really, it's just some people's taste. Just get that with certain coffees. It doesn't matter what.
Well, until recently, every coffee did it. But
well, it's probably like a buttery note in there that's causing that. And people are just associating it with like a butter popcorn.
Yeah.
Because like
Grim
coffee,
Green said, what he says, burnt tires. A lot of people say burnt tires when they run them too high. Like coffees are not meant to be. Well, there's a few coffees you can vape higher than 50 watts, but most of them you have to keep them below 50 watts to be vapeable anyway. So
Yeah.
Yeah, VSO espresso is one of the ones you can run higher.
you can run it hotter. Yeah, the coffee milk froth with Brazilian coffee is a good combo. You can run that one as high as you want. I vaped it at 150 watts. I was still getting coffee and cream.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Was that the one Lumi stole the top?
Yeah, the Lumi one. Yeah, the Lumi coffee that that just boggled my mind. I'm like, a coffee I can vape at 150 watts. Like, what is this?
Exactly.
What is this monstrosity? One drop? Huh.
I've
Yeah,
never
I
used
think it's a
that
great
coffee.
utility coffee. I mean, I generally will keep it at below 1% max, but yeah, I've always found it's good utility coffee.
I'm excited to try it.
Yeah, before that, I mean, the best thing we had was the FA espresso.
And you had to use that pretty low.
Yeah, you had
And
to use that at
I
like
can't use that either.
yeah, that one,
Yes, Odin, it does.
that's burnt and broke.
Yeah.
But if you used it low, I mean, it was certainly usable.
Or even FA tiramisu, you can use, if you use that a little higher as a single flavor, it's a coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I mixed
No.
that. I mixed that for Beth, and she liked it. And I think it was in a pod.
That's
too,
the
it's brought a
second
lot.
person that's talked about super concentrate cappuccino. I still don't have it.
I do. It's pretty darn good. Yeah, Perlium has great coffees.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do coffees very well. But then I wind up in that clearance section over on River Supply, and next thing you know,
Yeah.
I took a little.
coming home with 150 flavors that I didn't need.
Yeah, I took a little booze cruise through the website today, and I was like, oh, what is this?
No, I control variables. I have it, but I just looked. It's one of those I just picked up and looked at, and I didn't pull it.
Chem Nomadic Cappuccino is very good as well. But you were saying, Disco?
Oh, I was just saying I was on the website today, and I took a little cruise through that clearance section, and I'm like, oh no, this is dangerous.
Yeah, that's a very dangerous section.
Hmm.
Because you're like, it's only 70 cents.
Yeah, I mean, everything was $1 today.
Yeah. Yeah, it's $1. I'm fine.
But I've been hearing about this 70 cent and lower, so I'm like, I'm gonna give it a wait.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah, if you wait for one of their they should have one probably like year-end sale.
Yeah. Lucky for me though, most of the ones that were on sale I already had, so I'm like, cool. But I did some damage at Bull
Okay,
City
I
today.
like this in this mouth to lung. This is a what is this thing? I don't know.
Flavor Jungle
It starts
has
with
some
an
sales too, though.
The ether?
Ether, yeah, the ether.
I haven't
Nice
tried that
finish.
one yet. Everyone says that they really like it. I'm stuck, oh man, for mouth to lung, I'm really stuck on this Pioneer. If I could own like 10 more, I would.
Pioneer, which one's that?
BP Mods and Dopo.
Oh, every time I would go to try to buy one, it's out of stock.
I know. And now the only place that had it in stock is out of stock. And I'm like, I waited too long. I'm an
So the intake, I just watched the review from Phil Pizzardo, and he really didn't give it a great review.
Really? I've been hearing the opposite.
Yeah, but if Phil don't like an MTL mod, I mean, I
trust his opinion.
Yeah.
I get it. But I'm telling you,
I mean, he didn't like give it a
great.
crap review, but he didn't give it. So you love the intake. Have you tried the Phil's the V2 of the
Phil
or
said
the
the flavor
V1
was just
even?
okay. All right. Bob
Yeah, there you
saying,
go, Natalie. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, Bob said
That was the main thing. That's what I hear. That's what I hear flavors now. Okay. And I'm like, okay, that's all I need to know. If
Or
the
is it
flavor's
just
not
or is it
great,
just like a builder's addy? Like sometimes you have to build the addy just specific, and you have to find just the right coil for it, and then it's just
Well, this is
banging.
true because he didn't like the coil that came with it, and he said
Right.
it wasn't. So I don't think he may not have built it. This is very true.
See, that's the thing with the Pioneer too. I've tried multiple coils in it, and I absolutely love this thing. But point 7 is its sweet spot.
Yeah.
This thing, the flavor on this thing, I barely touch my K-Fun anymore.
Oh, I do like this though. We're soaking in the
Say,
cotton
the
good.
only K-Fun I have is the Toonie K-Fun, and that's a lot more
That's
wide
it.
open air-wise.
Yep, he opens them things up.
Oh,
They're-
yeah.
Do you see the new design they're coming out with? It's quite interesting. Right
Nice.
now, it's just like a Delrin screw in the bottom, and you adjust that, and then through the air it adjusts like what comes through past that. Now they're doing this like cylinder, like metal piece on the inside that raises or lowers directly under the coil. Seems interesting.
That does sound interesting.
This is a new K-Fun?
Yeah.
Are they
I think
doing it top fill yet?
I don't think it is, to be honest. I think
Wow.
it looks really similar to the 2019.
That's like the only reason why I don't use my Yeti K-Fun as much is just because it's not top fill.
And I've had a
And
problem with my
need to have a
2019.
screwdriver with me when I use it.
Mm-hmm. To do that trick.
Well,
Is that what you're talking about?
just for the like the Yeti K-Funs. See, was it the Monster V2s? You there's a screw you have to take out to fill the tank.
Oh, gotcha. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. The old pluses, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
The plus lights or whatever. But with this one, it's like I have to be careful because every time I clean it, I have to be careful with what I use to dry it out because like I'll usually just go with a paper towel and
Mhm.
it must leave like a little like micro dusting of paper towels in the screws. So then when I screw it all back together, I go to like fill it and it's not coming off. So I thought you were talking about the old screwdriver trick where you put it in the airflow and
To bust it loose.
yeah. So
I
now I
had to
have
do
to.
that. There's a couple of big tanks I had to do that with. The Sherman I had to do that because the Sherman I had to do a little bit because that didn't have a stopper, and to try to take it apart, you had to do that. And the Hive, the
Oh,
original
really?
the original Hive, you had to,
Yeah,
yeah,
no, yeah, I think you're right with that for
because it
sure.
didn't have a stopper, and to bust it loose, to
Hmm.
re-wick it or to rebuild it, you had to do that.
I just went in there with the threadings with my needle noses, like real fine. Just
Mm-hmm.
cleaned it out, and it's been doing pretty good. Like, cause I'll go to fill it sometimes real fast. I'll be doing something, and then I just start unscrewing the whole tank, and I'm like, oh god.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's like even this. If I get the top cap on too tight, I gotta really hold it and take a paper towel and
Yeah.
get the knurling and where I unscrew the whole thing off the mod. And it's like, yeah, I didn't do anything. For the longest time, I was always over tightening it. I'm like, I don't need to. Why am I doing this? Just when it
Yep.
stops, just leave it be. It's not gonna leak. You're fine.
And that's what I did. That's what I started doing with this too. I left it like just backed off a hair so I could go forward and then backwards to like break the seal.
Yeah, this didn't turn up bad. It's not bad. All right. Died.
It'll be better in like 7 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave it be for a week.
That's the hardest part.
Oh, not for me. I just leave it sitting here. And,
Well, now I'm good because I have like 60 things sitting over there and I'm like, okay, one of these has to be ready by now. But in the beginning, I was like, it was really tough to like keep my hands off of things that I really wanted to get into.
Oh yeah. Well, now I'm lucky. I wound up with one of the game changers.
Oh, so jealous.
But yeah, thank you, Tam. By the way, get me in touch with that guy.
Oh yeah. No, I mean that is like an amazing thing.
So yeah, I got Yeah, this thing changed everything. Everything.
It's
Oh my
intense.
gosh. I don't know if well, I did mix this without it tonight, but for major mixing, I don't know if I can. I mean, I could, but it'd be hard to go back without
Yeah,
it.
it's hard to imagine going back to yeah, I know I need to leave that for 2 months
Yeah.
for that custard to get right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still have to try to get
I'm
on the
trying
list
to
for
figure out
walnuts.
what this is. Candied cocoa? What is
Yeah,
that?
candy cacao.
Oh yeah, it's like some kind of chocolate liqueur type of thing or something. Is that the one?
I'm just trying to find something that it is. Because it's a nice flavor.
I think it's a European candy. I don't think it's something that you would
Yeah.
run into over here.
It does smell very liqueurish and chocolate.
Like
So
I still need to use that Scandinavian fruits and something.
The Scandinavian fruits is amazing. The cloudberry flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was looking at those today too.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's like a boysenberry and a raspberry and a grapefruit had a threesome, and somehow they had a baby.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
And
I tried to
Nauti's
search it on the
so
internet
good.
and
It's
see what
so
people
good.
were comparing it to. Like, I'm
It's
just like, I want to try
supposed to be a
something different.
cloudberry. Yeah, it's supposed to be a cloudberry.
I was looking at that and that other one, that green one.
Now
I can't remember.
the SSA forest fruits I would stay away from unless you're looking for something that's very fermented and rotten. It's like they took the fruit off the ground in the forest and turned it into a
I've,
flavor.
you know what? I saw somebody leave the funniest review for something about with that in it.
It's
It was
very,
like
very sour and
they said it's something that smelled like a bog.
yeah. Yeah, it's basically what it comes down to. Because I used it at like 2%. Maybe I used it too high. But at 2%, it is sour and rotten smelling, like very fermented.
I'm curious now. I have to go look and see what the other one was. Maybe
I
it
haven't
tastes
tried using it lower.
Ross, that you just need Flavora root beer, man.
Yeah,
That's the
all
only
you
root
need.
beer you need. Tastes like Barks root beer.
Mm.
Yeah, that with liquid boring vanilla ice cream, and you got a root beer float done.
Yep. Or it's like 0.5% of TFA sweet cream. Nikki
Yeah,
B. Nikki
Yep.
B. That's her trick.
Yes, it is. But she
What
used the
would you?
Did she use the flavor of root beer in hers?
No, she used TFA
Yeah, she used
root beer float.
Yeah.
What about the sherry moya?
Chamois.
Yeah, what is it?
It's a tropical fruit. It's kind of it's like chamois is the one that's a little bit more banana heavy, if I remember it right.
Okay.
It's like it's almost strawberry banana-ish.
Okay. And
I picked
then
up
there's
that
Because
grape
another
banana
because
one.
too
there's
for SSA.
there's soursop, chamois, and guanabana.
Yeah.
There's those three, and
Well,
they're all really close together as far as
Yeah.
flavor goes, but they push certain notes forward. It's supposed to be it's the custard apple family,
Yes.
and that's those three. So it's
Have you ever had a pawpaw?
somebody did a pawpaw.
Because it's supposedly this fruit. It grows out here somewhere. Like they have festivals for it, but it supposedly tastes like custard.
Yeah.
And I was,
Vape Train has a pawpaw flavor.
do they?
Yes.
That might be something interesting to play with.
Which I didn't even know they grew them in Australia. They're actually here. There's like one farm here in North Carolina
Yeah.
that
That's what I said. I thought they were like a East Midwest thing.
yeah.
That's what Mutiny on the Bounty. The Bounty. That's what they were transporting to Australia was the pawpaw fruits.
Oh, okay.
Because they grow basically anywhere.
Interesting.
That's when all that happened. That's what those guys were up to.
Oh, my daughter's boyfriend's still here at 12:30. He's getting ready to leave. His mom's gonna kick his ass. She's got him
Oh
on a
yeah, he's
leash.
young. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember seeing it on the local news here. They were talking about there was one farm here that still grows pawpaws.
Yeah, there's like I said, my friend goes to the festival every year, and I was like, dude, bring me back one because I want to try it. Like everyone says that they're just like deliciously like a ripe, it's like a super ripe fruit, and you eat it and it just tastes like creamy custard.
Oh, sounds
I'm
wonderful.
like, it does, right? And then I'm like, I wonder if they have that in a flavoring because I bet you could do some fun stuff with that.
Cherokee says it doesn't taste like custard. They make jelly out of it. Where they are.
Pawpaws don't taste like custard? I don't know. I'm just going on what I heard, what my friend told me. Really? Then what would you describe it as, Cherokee? Now I'm really confused. I'm going to look it up.
That's what everybody's like.
Yeah, everyone's looking it up now.
It's like fruit avocado.
Yeah, okay. I could see why how that could like palately like come off like a custard though if it's like a avocado-y.
Yeah, because that's
No,
like
no,
that
no.
creamy custardy
Yeah.
note to it. Yeah.
Avocado, the secret to making your greasy donuts. Flavor avocado? Yeah, flavor avocado. You want your donuts a little greasy.
I remember Mophead tried his ass off to turn that flavor avocado into a guacamole, and he couldn't do it.
You could probably do it now with Swaggy's
Yeah,
garlic and onion and tomato.
Yeah, you could definitely do it now.
This article
Flavor
says
West, Flavor, Cap, Liquid Barn, root beers.
I have the Liquid Barn and I have the Flavor. I'll have the other two.
I don't think I have Flavor West. I can tell you Flavor is the winner out of all of them.
Yeah.
By a country mile.
Yeah.
someone
Yeah,
said it's
that's like a Usain Bolt racing against an offensive lineman.
Sure. You like the Flavor West? Interesting. Is it more like what?
I would think it'd probably be sweeter knowing Flavor West.
Yeah, so it's probably closer to like a well, what is that? A&W.
Yeah.
I had to take a wild guess. Probably like an A&W.
This person says it has a rich, creamy flesh like most smooth and well-cooked pudding you've ever had.
And the Cherokee saying it's more like a persimmon.
Yeah, and then someone else said too, it was like a cross between a banana and a mango, so it must be one of those things that really plays on your flavor buds.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now I want to try one even more.
All right, gang. It's 12:30.
Okay, I'm posting. Let me post my recipe. But yeah, go ahead, wrap it up.
Yeah.
I just got to get the whatever it is. Where is it? View on your page so I can make it.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting used to everything on this. Where is it? Oh, okay.
Now, Steph, you're going to be the new co-host of the Late Night Vape Show starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
That's gonna be me. So
So
you can find me there Sundays at 5:30 Eastern time.
Yeah. So they're basically doing a threesome now.
Yeah.
Oh, a menage a trois. Cool. With
disco in the middle.
With you and with you, Mick, and Bill.
Yeah.
That's the most action those two have had in a long time. So.
Yeah.
Probably. No, I'm just kidding. we have a good time together. Like we just all talk. You know, we all really enjoy music too, so that's really fun.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Definitely have to check that out tomorrow. Even though my Eagles will be getting their ass kicked probably by about 25 points
there
by
we
the
go.
time that game starts. So by the time that show starts, we
We'll
got
see.
Green. Yeah, we got Green Bay tomorrow, so we're gonna get killed.
There we go. I got it. You can close now.
So Tam, what's OGA doing Wednesday?
Oh my god, I forgot. Not really.
You did the calculator this week. That was supposed to be the week before, but the weather fucked you.
We are going to talk about recipes in development in developing. Like finishing. I don't know, that's in development, that how we process finishing. I think
Okay.
Fun.
something along those lines. We
You're
gotta
doing
like
great.
get together and finalize our ideas.
So if you want to see what she's really talking about, check it out Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes, I will put a link somewhere. Gotta find it.
Tam's channel is in the description.
Thank you, Odin.
And,
Oh yeah, it's in the description.
and go on the UK, was it the ESIG Click Award thingy? I forget what they call it. And vote for OGA as the best.
Thank you, Addie. Oh,
best international reviewer.
Yeah.
Check out OGA.
Vote for Pugs. Yeah.
Yeah, vote for Pugs.
Aussie Shano, you're late.
Yeah, Shane, we're wrapping it up.
Everybody should go check out Ozzy Shano's mixes.
Oh
He's-
yeah.
He's
got a
been
lot-
really putting out some good-looking stuff, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's blown me out of the water the last couple months on Fresh from the Kitchen with his homework submissions.
He's been killing it. He's been definitely
Yeah.
killing the game. So what's
And
going
tomorrow
Yeah.
at 3 is
Yeah.
Vape and Trucker.
Yes. Yeah.
And I forgot what he's doing.
Yeah,
He's seven.
we haven't seen one. I know last week it was custards.
He
Yes.
did say, and I totally forgot.
Oh.
It's like right here. I just can't.
Well, if you want to find out, check it out tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern over on Vape and Truckers channel.
He's doing caramels, butterscotches, and toffees.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. The good stuff.
Yeah, it sounds
Nice
good.
and rich and sticky.
Threaten you with a good time, really. So, Fresh, what do you guys got going on Fresh from the Kitchen? Now, you guys just wrapped up your
Yep, Steamy Cup finale.
yeah.
So hot beverages are done. There's a lot of mint mochas that I have to go through tomorrow. But they're all very different. We've got some peppermint mochas, some cream to mint mochas. I think I saw a tea in there. So I've got a plethora of mixes to go through tomorrow. Yeah, we'll be wrapping it up and doing some vaping on those, and just kind of doing a quick
Love you guys.
quick
too.
rundown of the finale episodes. We just we vape them and say kind of our thoughts and give some like if we change anything about the mix. But
Mhm.
it's a good time on Tuesdays. And then we've got, I guess I can say it, Sticks Mix. I was trying to get him, but he's working, so we've got him
Cool.
coming on one of the Saturday shows. Hopefully we can get Disco on one of the Saturday shows.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
I love him.
He-
Yeah, I haven't seen Ty. I mean, you see him on Facebook floating around.
yeah, so
Him and
yeah,
his
I
little
was in,
lady.
I figured with the hot beverages, it was a good month because like he puts out the best coffees. Like
Oh, yeah.
they're very
Me and
specific,
Natalie.
and to the point, but he makes the best coffees.
Oh, for
Uh,
sure.
Yeah, so I figured that was a good time to try and bring him in. So we'll have Sticks Mix coming up on. It's not this coming Saturday; it's the Saturday after.
Nice. I always forget about Sticks Mix. I'm pretty sure looked and see what I still had as far as his coffees to go with this one.
Yeah, they're very, 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 very good coffees. Like I said, they're not utility coffees, but they are
No.
amazing coffees.
Yeah, they're very
Amazing coffee.
specific.
So yeah, that's what we got on Fresh from the Kitchen, and then we'll see. We'll see what else happens. I'm on the YouTube like every day of the week, so who knows?
Oh, yeah.
Who knows what I'm getting myself up
Yeah,
to?
I don't see how you do
Yeah,
that.
Monday on Wendy's, Tuesday Fresh from the Kitchen, Wednesday Golf
I don't
Tea.
even know what we're doing on. I don't even know what we're doing on Wendy's. I'm so
Oh,
confused.
I don't know when she puts it out. You know, either tasting her cream or tasting something. But whatever it is, it'll be good. She always does. It's always a good time over there too.
Yep, always a good time on Wendy's show.
Yeah. I said Wednesday you have Golf Tea,
Yep, Golf Tea.
Cloudy
And
Bunker,
then,
and he's
yep,
been putting out some fun looking mixes lately.
yeah, he's been putting out some really good mixes. Then
Yeah, he's an up and comer. He's learning fast.
yep. Then Thursday we got I'm No Joe, so talking MMA.
Yeah,
Then Friday,
Thursday
I do a
night
show sometimes, and sometimes I don't.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Thursday night I was actually in a hotel room outside of Atlanta. 6-pack of beer, a bag of chips, and was watching boxing. And then you guys came on, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I can relate." Because there's a boxing club in Hollywood. Yeah, it was in Hollywood that NBC Sports Networks are showing their live fights every Thursday night, apparently. But no one in the crowd, but that's fine. You don't need the crowd when you just want to watch two people beat the hell out of each other.
nope, I'm actually gonna go sit down and eat my pizza that I took out of the oven like 2 hours ago and watch the rest of the UFC
Nice.
after this.
There's
Alrighty.
my streamer links if you don't follow me or don't know where to find me. There you go. But I think most people do know where I'm at, unless I'm hiding.
And for me, you can find me on the Late Night Vape Show on Sundays, and then my Instagram, disco_potato_. If you want to follow me over there.
Oh, I need to go find you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I found stuff after we chatted last week.
Yeah.
All right, alrighty, gang. Everyone, be good, be safe, wash your hands, don't talk to strangers. We'll see you next week,
Yeah.
everybody. Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. That's fine.
And
Happy
we're out.
birthday, Addie.
Oh.